All right, it is time to get into WCW Monday Nitro, November 8th, 1999.
Yes, and usually this is the part where I say, now it's time to take a look at what's going on in the wrestling world, the Wrestling Observer newsletter, but we've actually gone over this era a good amount. So much
Ad nauseum.
Yeah, dude, so much so that the entire month of November, we've covered on Observers already.
Oh,
so
wow, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, we do not usually go over them again, so we will not here.
Yeah, so, let's talk about it. We kick off Nitro here with a cold open. Sid is in the production truck yelling at the production guy.
And he says, when you get my cue. And the production guy tries to say something, and Sid says, no, what? No what's?
No what's? What I said, now listen to me. I said, when you get my cue.
When you get my cue, you put that tape in, and I don't care what director, what producer says to you, you put that tape in, and if you don't, I'll be back, and then you have to deal with me. You got that? So Sid is threatening this man to start the show.
I would be scared shitless if I saw Sid yelling at me if I was in the
He's a big motherfucker.
First off, I say, who are you talking to?
I would not say that. I would not.
Who are you talking to, first off? I'll walk out of here. I won't play nothing.
I'll stand up on it. What you say to me?
You're going to quit? Oh, my God.
I
Oh,
ain't playing
wow.
shit. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Sid makes production guy quit. We have one angle all night long for the show.
I ain't playing none of your
feud with the
videos. I'm not
production guy?
playing your theme. I'm not playing shit tonight.
You fucking apologize to me, or I'm not doing anything on this show.
Yeah, you're
No,
lucky
what?
that's not what they went with.
You're right.
This was like Russo booking too. Like everything had to you had to tell what's going to happen before it happens, and then show it happen, and then watch it happen. You can't
because
just
why would this production guy play a Sid tape without him going and showing that he
that's never
demanded
happened
this be
in
played?
wrestling before. Hey, guy in the back, play the video.
Play the tape I gave you. No, that wasn't enough.
You're right. The little things, like he makes sure that every single thing, he just didn't want anyone
Spoon-fed.
saying, why did this happen? You know
It's got
why
to
it
make
happened.
sense. That was
I
a
showed you.
Attitude Era trope he did too. Like everybody had to have an angle, and it made sense, and it all went together, and it had the little things had to be there. But
Well,
Sure.
dude, there's 500 fucking pre-tapes on the show, and they're all 6 seconds long.
They're so fucking... Dude, I can't imagine how fucking stressed the production team is on this.
We do have the bird shit logo set up here, which is cool. We have the Nitro. I always call it the Nitro 2000 intro, but I guess it's 99 too.
They have the cane pyro go off on the buckles and a lot of pyro on the stage, and they're at the brand new Conseco Field in Indianapolis, Indiana. The packed fucking house here.
Yeah, they got a lot of dudes here. I guess they're still selling tickets well, and I'm sure this is padded crazy, but either way, it looks
fuck you.
great. It looks great. I was
No, the
gonna
fuck
say
it's
it looks
not.
great. On TV.
They're all here to
Good
see
for
the
them.
WCW World Title Tournament, all of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of it too, and we'll talk about that one. So we start off the show here with a Sid Vicious town hall.
Shivani says that Sid was already accosting the production truck, and he says, what is this about? We don't know. Well, Sid says, cut the music.
The big man's got the stick.
And he wants to make one thing perfectly clear. Outsiders, I may be as dumb as I look. Yeah, that's right. What? Is this after the Half the Brain That You Do promo?
But you know and I know that you're only half the man that I am. And I have half the brain that you do.
it has to be right, or it's like right around this time. I swear it is. Yeah.
I almost thought that this was it, but it's not. He says, you guys tried to screw me, but it didn't work, and you want to battle wits with Sid Vicious outsiders? Well, then you lose! You lose that battle, because you got to remember something. I have the brain of a psychopath. And he looks at the crowd and he says, shut up!
You lose that battle. Because you got to remember something. I have the brain of a psychopath. Shut up!
Yeah, he's cooking.
He says, well, back to you in a minute, outsiders. What I want to talk about is Goldberg. You see, last week I told the world that I would prove that at Halloween Havoc. Goldberg said, I quit. I surrender. So the videotapes do not lie, and for the entire world, I will show you, and you can hear Goldberg say, I quit. Now roll the tape. So this is what they had to set up, him giving this tape to the producer, because I guess they wouldn't play this otherwise. And they show footage from Halloween Havoc, and it's Goldberg holding Sid's head as Sid is on his knees. And then you hear Sid Vicious's voice saying, I quit. I quit. And then we come back and Sid says, you hear that? He said, I quit.
I quit. I quit. He said, I quit.
It was in black and white also.
Because of the blood, maybe?
It's 1999 is in black and white.
No,
yeah.
it's because Sid made the tape, of course. That's why.
He doesn't know how to do production, I
Well,
guess.
it's cinematic, you know.
Oh, sure, okay.
It's dramatic.
Yeah, it's Sid blatant voice saying, I quit, he gave up, he's a coward.
I quit. I've heard that before.
It's legit just the Rock Mankind thing.
Tony, you have not heard this before. Do not fucking say that shit. This is the first
You ever
time
seen
this
a
has
guy
ever
like
happened.
this?
I've never seen a guy like Sid.
promo
Never in
this.
my life, no.
Yeah, go on.
Never an angle like this, no. And he says, that means I'm still the U.S. heavyweight champion. Well, Wolfpack music hits, outsiders come to the ring, and Sid's not too happy about that.
Because they love the WWF.
They do. They would rather be watching Raw. You're right. Scott says, Big Meng, I beat you last week. And Sid says, what you did, Scott Hall? You screwed me. Sid is just a tall Scott Steiner, really.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, he's just saying shit. So what you did, Scott Hall? You screwed me. You're supposed to lay down. And Scott does spooky fingers. And he tells him, I don't lay down for nobody because I ain't the way the Click operates. Also, Big Pop.
We'd rather be watching WWF, DX.
We love the Click. Shawn Michaels.
Stop swerving me.
Stop swerving. Well, Sid says, maybe you'll lay down right now. And fucking drops the mic. He's going to go fuck up Scott Hall. But Nash gets in the way. He says, whoa there, hot shot. Not one of the outsiders hit you in the bean with that crush last week. So before you get your panties in a wad, which also gets a big pop, maybe you need to call out that Canadian hero, Bret Hart, because I think your problem's with him. Well, fucking Bret Hart comes out now. We got so many people involved in this goddamn thing. Bret Hart comes out.
He's
He's over, too.
He is super over.
You like his
I do like. Okay, I didn't, but it's grown on me.
I actually like
over the years.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
It is good, yeah.
I didn't like it at first, but the more I've heard it over the years, the more I like it. But Bret comes out, who has a hockey jersey tucked into jeans, which is fucking
business casual
look.
That's incredible. That is incredible. This is amazing. Bret says, you guys like to talk about panties. Well, you know what you three guys are? Nothing but three big pussies.
You know what you three guys are? Nothing but three big pussies.
Yeah, take that, Sean.
Dude,
yeah, Sean never said pussies. I'm sorry, he never did.
I couldn't believe that. You're three big pussies. And you see Nash say, eat mouths. You can't say that. TVPG.
No, that's the shit right there.
Bret always referred to Goldberg as Bill Goldberg. Never just last name. It was always Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg is the United States heavyweight champion.
He says Bill Goldberg is the United States heavyweight champion. And before this night is over, I'm going to come down and take that championship. And I'm going to give it to Bill Goldberg, personally, myself. Scott challenges him. He says, don't sing it, bring it. Which is also, he's hitting
line.
all the lines.
I love that line.
Hitting all the lines. Well, Bret starts to come down on the ramp. He's going to fucking bring it. Then Goldberg jumps the railing. Scott and Nash see this. They bail. Bret gets in the ring. Sid's fighting him. Goldberg goes after Sid, hits him with a spear. Crowd fucking goes crazy. Goldberg gets on the mic. It says, Sid Vicious. I don't think so. He says, how about a match where only you and I could decide the fate? There's many matches like this. Normal matches could do that. Singles match.
No.
One-on-one singles match DQs on. Count out on.
No. There's only one match.
All the
There's only one match, Johnny.
Well, he says, how about an I quit match? And Goldberg says, you got the balls, brother? And Sid Vicious yells, I got the balls! And he crotch chops, you got the balls!
You got the balls, brother! I got the balls! You got the balls!
All right, that's good.
That's right.
That's
Two
good.
balls. Yeah, come on.
All the balls. We both got balls, so we'll do this. Goldberg's music hits, but Goldberg has not done his promo.
Now, as far as the outsiders are concerned, you want to play a game?
Goldberg,
holy shit. Take it the fuck home, dude.
He forces the rest of this promo with his music playing. He says, as far as the outsiders are concerned, doom.
Playing him off.
You want to play games with me? I got a game for you.
And they lowered a little bit.
He says, how about a game of hide and go seek? You hide, I seek, and then destroy. Okay.
So Tony Schiavone and Bobby Heenan are on commentary for this one, and They're both in suits ringside, so I assume everything's still going okay backstage.
Sure. They haven't given up yet.
At some point, we get Mark Madden and Scott Hudson has no shirt on and a tie. And
Mark Madden has a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses on.
Don't remind me of that shirtless fucking.
But don't you get it, man?
Shirtless bow tie?
It's a backstage swerve fucking kayfabe.
Of course, bitch.
Dude, don't you like these words?
I'm trying to forget that guy.
Everyone needs to be at an angle, including Scott Hudson on commentary.
So WCW has the biggest fucking heavyweight title tournament of all time going on right now. Like, this is fucking New Japan Cup levels of I have
Right.
all these
Dude,
people in this tournament.
This is fucking crazy. Like, I'm looking at this graphic and I'm struggling to read it like how it is here. There's no way that on TV at the time, CRT TV 43240p, anyone could see any of these names or any of these matches on this graphic.
They probably changed them every week, just fucking putting
Just to
names
fuck
in and out of
around,
there.
yeah.
So we go backstage. Mike Tenay is talking with Sting, and this is still Crow Sting, but he's very much Surfer Sting in his cadence and the way that he acts.
This is Jim Carrey Sting.
Yeah.
Is what this is.
It is.
This is the mask, is what this guy is right here. He's in full gear. Yeah, he's got the bat, like you said, he's in full gear. I actually like this Sting look with he's in the Crow outfit, but his hair is slicked back.
I do. I think I like pretty much all the Sting looks.
Has that ever been in the games? Slick back hair Sting?
No, they had NWO Wolfpack Sting. That was awesome.
Oh, that was horrible, actually.
with the
That's
goatee.
not
I like
lie.
that. Bring him back. Bring
Let's
him
not lie
back.
with the goatee.
The Wolfpack dots. I love it. That's awesome.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
dude, they had him in there. You could use your character and use the little Sting. Ooh, thing.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
awesome, dude. That was
You're
great.
Yeah, see, I
Round of
thought that
applause. Thank
sucked.
you, TK.
Yeah, we like that.
We here at Deadlock love that. Thank you.
Sting, woo,
No.
yeah. Red
Fuck
face
that.
paint and all that.
Well, today says the Sting was just announced that you will get your first opportunity to square off against Goldberg since Halloween Havoc, but you got something else on your mind. You're questioning the true intentions of TP, the total package. And Sting says the footage doesn't lie. I saw the game Luger was playing last week. Last week I think Luger like set Sting up in a tag match and got him fucked up. I forget. I think they explain it later on. I forget who it was against, but Sting said he saw the footage and it made him want to puke. And that good old pal of mine has got a lot of explaining to do, Lucy. Sting is Jim carried out crazy here.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's like, you know what I mean? You know
got
what I mean?
lots of explaining to do, Lucy.
That good old buddy, that good old pal of mine has got a lot of explaining to do, Lucy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's a
reference.
Mandela. That's a Mandela effect. He never fucking said that on the show. He never said there's got a lot of explaining to do, Lucy. It didn't happen,
I'll tell you this much: Jim Carrey is on the run of his life when it comes to movies in '99. I think,
dude.
So.
Yeah, I mean that's Mask, right? That's also Ace Ventura.
I don't know if he had any better year than like right at the 2000 mark for him. So let's
my
look
God.
at it. He had. Okay, so he had The Mask. Oh my fucking God! Wow. Okay, so he had Ace
Is it that
Ventura
crazy?
in '94. He
Yeah.
had The Mask in '94. He had Dumb and Dumber in '94.
Dude, 94 is like the craziest year of all time.
He had Batman
Wow.
Forever in '95. He had the second Ace Ventura in '95. He had the Cable
Wow.
Guy in '96.
Wow.
Liar Liar '97.
Oh my
The
God.
Truman Show in '98.
Holy
dude.
shit.
When
Me,
does it
Myself,
stop?
and Irene 2000.
Dude, that one's awesome too.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas 2000.
These are all hits.
Dude, Bruce Almighty 2003.
That's
Eternal
all hits?
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind 2004.
Dude, that's a hit too.
Wow.
Dude, he was rocking, bro. Like, yeah, you would talk about
what a
like,
run.
Yeah,
that's like a 10-year run of
Up
bangers.
until 07 when he did the number 23. You know, you could go back.
I don't know what that
Tony
is.
said that's it.
Sting says if it takes this bat to beat it out of him tonight, then that's what I'll do. And I got something to prove. And, well, showtime, folks.
Lucy got some
Explaining to do,
explaining
Lucy.
to
You know what I'm talking about?
Lucy.
We go backstage. Elizabeth brings in Luger very secretly.
Total
in a
package. That's total
fucking
package.
Pacers hoodie.
Yeah, and Luger comes in, he looks at the camera and says, fuck her right in the pussy.
Sure thing.
Sure thing.
Dude, first time a heel actually likes the hometown team is crazy.
Yeah, well, because he's a heel that wants everyone to like him still.
He's not a heel. He's still trying to work it
He
out.
wants
with
Sting to be his friend. He was
Yeah.
trying to buddy up to Goldberg. He's just,
And he likes the Pacers. Come on, guys.
it's just all a coincidence. It's all an accident, you know? I actually like this angle now that I'm thinking about it.
I first off, I think that Sting and Luger, like, I love everything they do together. I think like
I
that
do
was
too.
always a cool thing, and what a weird team to like make work. But they always like intertwine it, no matter what. Like even like when Luger won the title from Hogan and everything else in the middle of Sting stuff, and like all that shit was very cool. So we go to a pre-tape. It cuts to David Flair walking
Dude.
in the parking lot. and Kimberly just runs him over.
Is this when does Austin get hit by a car?
What is this? Wait a minute. Good God Almighty!
Oh shit!
Is it the same month?
Isn't it 99, right?
Isn't it right here?
Is that right?
Yeah, like it's Survivor Series 99, which is November.
Yeah,
Holy
November.
shit.
Yeah, it is.
So they just do that here. Like Russo said, no, that's my angle. You can't just fucking take that. I'm going to bring it over here. And we're going to do a David Flair.
David Flair and Kimberly to build to the David Flair and Kimberly match.
Just one.
Dude, that was November 14th, and this was November 8th. So he's like, yeah, we know this angle coming up. We're going to do it
He
before
did it
they
first.
He did it first. He knew it was
He
coming.
beat him to the punch.
He knew it was coming.
Eat
So
your heart out,
first.
WWF.
That's insane. Get fucked, Stone Cold. You stole that shit. David Flair
The
did
goat.
it. So yeah, David Flair got hit by a fucking car, and it's so funny because they show it, and it's David Flair. It's legit the same. It's almost 1-to-1 how the Stone Cold car, except without the gate.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like in a dim parking lot. A car drives up, but even funnier, they kept this in. You can hear a kid as in the crowd as the car's approaching go, "Hit him! Hit him!" And then he gets hit by a car. And they do a reveal, and out of the car is Kimberly in a hoodie. And she looks at the camera and says, "Fuck it right in the pussy."
Sure thing. Yeah, so Kimberly this week, after vehicular manslaughter, decides to talk to Doug Dillinger, and for some reason she needs extra security because she doesn't know what David Flair's going to do. You hit him with a car.
How are you not in jail?
You hit him with a car.
After the car, David Flair was harassing her all week, so she
He's
just
probably trying to get her number, insurance, or hello.
Yeah, hey,
I need to file a claim.
I need to file a claim. That is
I need your
fucking
driver's
crazy.
license, please.
Dude, that's even fun. This whole show, he's not even trying to hurt her. He's trying to get insurance information.
Hey,
He hit me with a fucking car. My leg is fucking done.
I'm fucked. Help.
You just hit and run.
Yeah, dude, hit and run. What the fuck?
Hit him with a car. I don't know what he did to him. Like, I'm assuming he's been stalking her, and that's why it happened. But, like, she tried to kill him.
That's pretty privilege right there.
That is she is fucking unbelievable looking, though.
She is very hot, and David Flair is supposed to be Jack Nicholson.
Oh, is that what it is? The commentary didn't drive that home a million times. I didn't catch that point.
Well, dude, the one time is crazy. We'll get to it in about 4 hours.
It's funny as fuck.
But it is
It's unbelievable.
So we go to another pre-tape here. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall are talking about getting some more security tonight.
Oh, strap in for the pre-tapes, by the way. You're going to hear that a lot on this fucking thing. And like I said, I don't know how many of these are pre-tapes.
You're going to hear a lot about pre-tapes and matches. Surprisingly, there's a lot of everything, period. So pre-tape, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall are talking about getting more security tonight.
Yes.
And Kevin Nash is apparently managing Scott Hall tonight for his match. By the way, Scott Hall is facing Lash Laroo.
Spoilers!
No, they announced it at the beginning.
That was on the graphic that I couldn't read.
Yeah, Lash Laroo.
Sorry. It was very tiny. I couldn't see it.
So Nash is managing Scott Hall against Lash Laroo tonight. And
Okay.
Scott Hall says, "What, you got one of them manager licenses now?" And Nash says, "I do."
As a matter of fact, I do.
Yes, I do.
He said, "I knew you'd be proud of me." And he brings up a plaque of his manager license. And then he's going over what it says. And it cuts to his sponsor, which is... Yeah, fucking hurry up. We don't have enough time for your pre-tape. We're going to go to this sponsor, which is WCW Tough Talking Wrestlers. I had these.
It shows, yeah, it's actually, is Toy Biz, are they still in business, Toy Biz?
No, I doubt it.
If they did, they got bought by somebody else, and like there's something else now.
Oh, okay. Toy Biz, yeah, Tough Talking Wrestlers. It shows a commercial, and this shit look like Action League now.
Dude, that's how the figures work though. Like it wasn't like fake what they showed. It wasn't like just like bullshit. Like their mouths moved and they would respond to other wrestlers like that. Like if you had a Nash and a Goldberg figure, Goldberg would say, he wouldn't say this, but obviously, "Fuck you, Kevin Nash."
Filthy Animals Town Hall is up next.
Yeah.
Conan starts it off here and
Toss my salad and peel my potatoes.
yeah.
Do I have to explain to people what that means?
What, toss my salad?
And peel my potatoes?
I think they probably get it. I hope so.
If you don't,
I
figure
hope
it
so.
out.
All right,
if you don't
for
know.
those that don't know, toss my salad and peel my potatoes means eat my ass and lick my balls. He said this every week on TV.
Well, he's in a lot of shit every week. Like he was rocking off in this town hall. These guys are on the promos were crazy.
Him and Road Dogg were the same guy.
Yeah, 3 Live Crew.
Yeah.
We be jumping like, whoa.
All right, maybe we should have done that, but
Conan says, where my dogs at? Where they at? Yo. Let me speak on this. He says, we're lewd, we're loud, and we're the filthy animals. You see, we got our pedigree back in the house. Hey, Tori, you like this hat? And Tori feels the hat. He says, take a feel. She feels the hat, and he says, that's enough. Where'd he get that from?
I don't know. That's crazy.
Stole that from us?
Stole that from Brody Lee.
That's crazy. Conan says Revolution, which is who they're feuding with his Shane Douglas, Dean Malenko, Asia, and Perry Saturn. Conan says Revolution, make no bones about it. Us animals, we in heat. Orale! There has never been the amount of dog references.
Dude, we're humping the shit out of you for real though, like dogs.
Dude, this is fucking unfucking believable, dude. This is crazy. So Eddie's on the mic next. Eddie looks tremendous here, by the way.
Eddie is WWF mode. Eddie is in tank
bursting
top.
out of his skin.
Dude, his arms are freaked out of their mind. This guy looks nuts.
He's huge.
Man.
Yeah,
he's not even doing nothing. Veins popping out of his fucking delts, crazy bicep.
It's unbelievable.
This is nuts, man. Yeah, whatever he had here, I'm trying to get. You know what I mean? Like, this is real.
Yeah, man. He says, Revolution, you want to change the world? Well, I say the animals are going to rock yours.
So, Revolution, you say you want to change the world? Why say the animals are gonna rock yours?
Sorry, we can't push you, brother.
We're gonna have to give the mic to Rey Mysterio. He's got something to say about humping.
Dude, Rey Mysterio's got a lot to say. As Rey takes the mic, this whole fucking rest of this promo is out of control. Rey takes the mic, and he says, the only reason we left your woman, because I think they're talking about Asia, is because there's no mutts allowed in this kennel. The filthy animals are the new breed, and if you ain't down with that, then I guess we're just going to have to hump you like the dogs that we are. Then Rey he gets between the middle rope, he grabs the top rope, and he starts fucking the shit out of the fucking middle rope.
How he got dressed like that?
Dude, he's fucking going crazy. And the Billy Kidman is filming him on the kid cam from behind. He is going to town fucking the shit out of this rope doggy style, man.
The way that he says this shit is funny as fuck. I guess we're going to hump you like the dogs that we are.
I guess we're just gonna hump you like the dogs that we are.
He's going nuts with that shit too, yeah.
Dude, it's fucking crazy.
And then the fucking meanest dude at your kid's baseball game comes out. the meanest dad in the stands of all time.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Dean
don't worry.
Malenko in Asia.
Dean, and please explain why she's Asia.
Because China is in the WWF.
Oh, and she's China of WCW. She's Asia.
Dude, they do that. I think that they like really got into like this like power lifter girl look because like they have midnight debut later. Yeah. So like whatever, whatever plans they had, this is the type of woman they were looking for.
Yeah, sure. And Rey is fucking the shit out of those ropes still. And now Dean Malenko's out here. Dean says, hey, Rey, you got a big mouth for a little punk. And you want to call Asia a mutt? Well, this mutt right here can have you for lunch.
Oh,
get it? Because she's a dog.
Oh, shit.
And so what about tonight? Me and Asia against you and Miss Piss there. I don't know what he's saying.
I don't know. He needs to cough very badly, I think.
Me and Asia against you and Miss Piss there.
Like you said, piss, yeah.
He's always got something in his throat.
Yeah, man, goddamn. Ray says, check this out, Dean. How about you unleash that freaky beast? And Tori and I will be more than happy to put a muzzle on her and take her straight to the pound. Holy shit, man.
We're gonna hump the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Fuck the shit out of this dog.
Check this
We're
out.
gonna fuck your face so hard right now. Nah.
I'm gonna shit on the floor.
5 dudes humping the air crazy in the ring.
That's the filthy animals taunt. Just, they all pick a corner and start fucking it. That is fucking crazy.
Dude, Malenko made light of Ray's bad knees in this promo.
Are you still working that knee, Ray?
This is 1999.
Dude, he's had bad knees his entire life, bro.
That is crazy, man.
30 years ago.
That is,
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all good. So we go to Screamin' Norman Smiley versus Billy Kidman.
I was very confused by this transition because they end the promo and then Norman Smiley's music hits. Dean Malenko and Asia are gone, but the entirety of the Filthy Animals are still just hanging out in the ring, fucking the ropes. So I said, what is happening here? But it turns out it's Norman Smiley against Billy Kidman. So that's why he's still out there. And also, I'm pretty sure, don't correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe you guys didn't hear it. I swear they said this was a hardcore match.
All right, it's the tournament continuing, and here is a man who is now known in the back as Screamin' Norman Smiley. And he says he wants to make this a hardcore match.
He said it was a hardcore chant, maybe. Actually, you know what? It might have been. You know what? I actually think they did say it was a hardcore match.
I think they did.
Maybe they just forgot.
Forgot? Yeah, okay.
No, they do. They definitely
right.
do. Yeah, because I wrote that down because they said it was a hardcore match. It's also a world title tournament qualifier, quarterfinal match too.
Yeah, that's right.
And
so yeah, this is a tournament match in the biggest WCW tournament ever.
I couldn't see it on the graphics, so I didn't know it was happening.
You're right. Filthy Animals stay out there. There's 17 people out here.
So many.
Tony Schiavone announces that I'm just getting news here.
Oh, big news! Have you heard this?
Sign for tonight. Look, Brain, it's on the sheet.
Position right over the headset. I was told just now, based on what happened a few moments ago, that we have signed for tonight a Texas Tornado ladder match to determine who is rightfully the U.S. Heavyweight Champion.
There will be a Texas Tornado ladder match for the U.S. Heavyweight title tonight.
Okay.
Looks like Bret Hart versus Scott Hall versus Sid Vicious versus Bill Goldberg. Oh, it looks here on the... Oh,
Scott Hall, Bret Hart, Sid Vicious, and Goldberg. Wow. And all four of those men will now have to wrestle twice tonight because they are all involved in the tournament as well.
There's going to be an
there's more
unknown
words?
special guest referee. We don't know the referee, huh? No. Okay. Unknown.
All these guys are going to have to wrestle twice tonight. Oh, that's unbelievable.
Wrestling, because you guys know they're wrestling in the tournament and in the Texas Tornado ladder match later tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Oh,
Dude,
thank you for that.
What the this is the match where you give me this news, no graphic either. There's no graphic for this the whole night.
No, they're just finding out about it right now. That's it.
They were everybody's tuning in to see the Texas Tornado ladder match that they announced during Screamin' Norman Smiley and Billy Kidman
Of course.
in the WCW Heavyweight Tournament for the U.S. Heavyweight title. What the fuck? And then I see Brian Knobs. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, with Jimmy Hart.
Brian Knobs, Jimmy Hart.
Yeah.
Duo.
They're out here for commentary. Yeah, they start, and Kidman pulls Norman's jersey up, and they start hockey fighting. Then he puts him in the ropes, and he tries to Rey Mysterio fuck him and spank him in the ropes, but Norman low blows him.
Is this the first time he was in the jersey, in the hockey outfit?
No, I don't think so. I think he's already started
commentary,
that.
it fucking sounded like, you're like, why the fuck is he out here in the hockey outfit?
Really?
But I don't know if it's the first time. I doubt it. But yeah, they just on commentary.
Was Knobs saying that? Maybe Knobs is just not watching the show.
Sure.
Yeah, he was in the Indianapolis jersey. Maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't know.
Well, Knobs says he is the king of hardcore, and he's also Mr. Nasty. Do you like that?
Dude, he never stopped saying that. He doesn't know what hardcore is. I'm Mr. Nasty. I was like, dude, I'm about to plus 10 so hard my computer explodes here in a second.
Sadly, dude, I didn't plus 10 any of the show because I didn't have time to.
I didn't
There was no time to plus 10.
I didn't either. I watched all of it somehow.
I'd miss 2 matches if I plus 10.
Yeah, so yeah, Kidman spanking the shit out of him.
Spanks him fucking crazy.
The wheelbarrow spank is fucking nuts, dude. Yeah, wheelbarrow spank some crazy center of the ring hard cam big wiggle. Check this out.
He G's up crazy for the fucking big wiggle. He's like, and I was like, oh, he's gonna get jumped. I said, oh shit.
You gotta give the people what they want.
He goes to town on the big wiggle, man. Yeah, and then Knob says, well, the only thing missing from Norman's outfit is the stick. I want to give him the stick. Jimmy, give me the stick. I need a stick. Give me a stick.
Holy.
Hey, Bobby, the only thing he's missing is the stick. Give Norman Smiley something to scream about. Jimmy, give me the stick.
The stick. We're going to see it.
Then Brian Knobs either okay, this I thought it was a hardcore match. So Brian Knobbs takes the hockey stick from Jimmy Hart and then proceeds to relentlessly, uncomfortably beat Norman Smiley to death with a hockey stick for what felt like an eternity. He just and like Norman is looking at him up from the floor like, hey, fucking let's take it easy here a little bit. Like, why are you hitting me so many times with this? The ref is distracted by Jimmy Hart, which I guess was necessary in this hardcore match.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then Brian Knobbs throws Norman back in and Kidman wins.
Kidman doesn't even hit a move. He just pins him, I guess.
He does, yeah.
Well, fucking Brian Knobbs just obliterated him and broke a hockey stick over every part of Norman Smiley's body, so.
Yeah, that's also true. So we go backstage. Sting is looking for Lex Luger, the total package.
Total package. He's opening random locker room doors. He says, Flexi Lexi, the Stinger is here. Where you at, buddy?
What other side? Where is he? Lex! Flexi Lexi! It's a Stinger! Where are you, buddy?
He calls him that a lot. Flexi Lexi.
Somebody stop me.
Then we go to another. Yeah, dude, you really should have just did that. Then we go to TP and Elizabeth are hiding in a laundry room, and this is shot horribly because I guess Luger, like, they must have said, hey, this is going to be like 5 seconds. So they're fake talking, and then Luger keeps looking up to see from the camera guy if they're done or not, but it's not done yet. He does this like 2 or 3 times, and then the segment ends with a fan in the crowd yelling, "Orale!"
Yeah, so David Flair is also walking around with a crowbar in the parking lot again. It was a parking lot.
Parking lot. He's in the parking lot in the garage.
Dude, what a dipshit.
Yeah.
You were hit by a car here the other week.
You could press charges. Maybe. Well, again, maybe that's what he's doing.
He's looking for the insurance. He's got the crowbar because he's gonna fix the car that ran into him. Hey, I'm gonna fix your car.
Oh, he's trying to help.
That nice. He's gonna fix the car.
I think I dented your hood. Let me fix it for you.
He's gonna take the dent out of the hood. Holy shit! He limps by the camera, and this reminds me a lot of Jack Nicholson.
Oh, you're saying this is Jack Nicholson? This guy looks like Jack Nicholson.
The Shining. It reminds me of The Shining. Jack Nicholson.
Where'd you guys hear that? I've never heard that before. That's
like Freddy Krueger, Jack Nicholson.
That's what it, dude. God damn.
So we go to the Macho Man Slim Jim commercial.
Ooh yeah, dude.
Beef spice.
He breaks out of a straitjacket for some Slim Jims, man. Hey man, you got to get your priorities in check. All right.
No, he's good, man. He's got to eat.
He's trying to eat fucking Slim Jims that crazy. You got an obsation.
Yeah, someone has to check in on this
man.
guy. I put him in a mental hospital, maybe.
Yeah, you need to get sent to super hell is what you need to be sent to.
And then we go backstage. Kevin Nash is getting fitted for his little rainbow turban.
Yeah, so it's the Grand Wizard headpiece he's being fitted for here, which is, I'm sure everybody that was watching at the time was
great reference.
Yeah, they completely understood the reference here, and Grand Wizards hasn't probably been on TV in 20 years at this point.
He
so
was
it's,
at least in the Hall of Fame. Everybody knew this guy. Come on, every wrestling fan knows
Maybe
this.
he just went in. Yeah, he just went in.
Probably went in like 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, that's true, you're right. Hall says, I dare you to wear that tonight. And Nash says, I am wearing it. Ah, don't you worry about it. And Hall says, oh man, you're turning into a cartoon character.
I dare you to wear that tonight. I am wearing it.
Oh, don't you worry about it.
Oh, man. You turn into a cartoon character.
And then a bunch of Riot Squad members walk by the door. And Hall says, hey, guys, you looking for us? We're right down here.
It doesn't suck it. Yeah.
Suck it, squad.
Come on.
And then he's like, all right, let me go get them. Let me go get these fucking guys. Hey, monkeys. All right.
Dude, this is like insane. Kevin Nash.
Suck it.
He's the Grand Wizard, and he's going to also be managing Scott Hall with the police for his match against Lash Laroo tonight.
This is for the World Championship Tournament.
What the fuck is going on here?
This is supposed to be a serious tournament. We got Lash Laroo.
So WCW Nitro is brought to you by 1-800-COLLECT.
Ah, the easy way to save.
Forever.
Yeah, I got that money.
And now it's time for the Sting Town Hall. Sting walks out and does 2 little jumps on each side of the ramp. I thought that was very cute.
I thought there was going to be pyro going off, but there was not.
Sting gets to the ring and he calls out TP and Flexi Lexi.
Lexi Lexi.
Lex Luger! Flexi Lexi!
Hey, whatever you call yourself.
Get your ass on out here.
Yeah, you got 30 seconds to show up right here. We can either do this nice and easy, or we could do this nice and rough. Well, that's not right.
I think you fucked it up. Yeah, you fucked up the line.
Do this nice and easy, or we can do this nice and rough.
But somebody stop me.
So Elizabeth comes out first and almost
The
rolls
TP
her.
music.
Yeah, well, that's, that's part of their package. She should be the TP. So she comes out first. She almost fucking rolls her ankle on the ramp.
Dude, she almost crazy. 2 times she almost trips.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess that's just probably difficult coming down the ramp. Like, she was in heels, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's very flexy, and some would say she's very Lexi. And she's down here because she has an apology to give to Sting from TP himself.
Well, I mean, that's very nice of her. She, and yeah, she even says it. She says, Sting, the package wanted me to come out here and apologize to you, which is, I think it's funny as fuck that everyone calls him the package with Sting.
Sting, the package wanted me to come out here and apologize to you. This...
Still calling him Luger?
He's the only one that believes that he's still good.
He still believes in him. And she says, this has been blown way out of proportion, and he treasures your friendship, and, he wouldn't jeopardize that, and he's really sorry. And Sting puts an arm around her and says, that's okay, Liz. We can talk about this,
Into the dressing room.
Oh my God.
And the lights go out.
She's complaining about the lack of security, and she goes into this locker room, and, the lights are out, and then you hear what I assume is David Flair's voice.
Kimberly, do you remember me?
Yeah, it is.
He says, Kimberly, do you remember me? Don't worry. You won't feel a thing. What, do you have a car in there? What's he going to do?
That is scary as fucking hell, dude.
Dude, okay. James, it's even worse. I forgot that this is right after this. He says, don't worry, you won't feel a thing. Then the next thing you see is Shivani and Heenan on commentary. Shivani says, didn't that sound like David Flair to you? And Heenan says, it sure did. And they're both smiling huge. Like, this was a very fucking funny, cool moment here. Dude, the fuck is wrong with you?
Sure did.
Dude, was that David Flair? Sure thing.
Sure was.
I also have this kid of Surge with Goldberg on it.
Anyway, you like Surge? Fucking bitch. Dude.
That shit's funny. That happens
also,
all night.
That David line said you won't feel a thing, but you got a tiny pecker. What's going on there?
Yeah, what the
Tony
fuck?
is scary as fucking shit.
Dude, it's crazy implications with it.
It's insane implications. Yeah, wow.
It's the implications,
If the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not going to say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Yeah, it's the implications that'll get you.
Yeah.
And Heenan and Shivani just don't care. They said, anyway, this can of Surge on the back.
Have you seen
Goldberg,
Surge? You heard about this one? You know this Surge?
Goldberg,
yeah, Surge
and
awesome.
one in a series of cans available if you purchase Surge. And then Heenan takes it and goes to put it in a suit jacket, and then Shivani takes it back from him.
Heenan's the best ever, I think.
Yeah, well, what about Hello?
Dude, I'll tell you this much.
Kimberly!
Let me talk to you about the Surge can. So we have Medusa versus Chris Benoit up next.
Please repeat that.
We got Medusa versus Chris Benoit up next.
Okay, because I was blown away that what I was looking at. This is a world title tournament match. Medusa versus Chris Benoit. And they started off like it's going to be a legit match, and I start getting fired up. Because I'm like, Benoit's going to take some bumps for her, and this is going to be awesome.
And you forgot what you were watching.
Yeah, I should have known better. That's on me. That's my bad.
In the Bret Hart match later, I forgot what I was watching. I'll tell you that.
That also was true. That's also true. So Medusa advanced in this tournament because Evan Courageous was super horny in their match, and she was able to lay on top of him for a 3 count and make out with him.
She was down for it too.
She was down for it, and it went well. Adjacent to that, so that was Medusa's path to this match. Chris Benoit's path to this match was doing a diving headbutt off the top of a cage to Dean Malenko. That was the difference.
They had this guy regularly on WCW doing the diving headbutt off a cage, and I'm talking, this is like a 20-foot cage. This thing
so
is
high,
huge, and they
sometimes
had this
he would
guy.
miss.
Dude, I swear to God, I've seen this guy do a diving headbutt off a cage more times from our rewatch than I've ever thought in my life I'd see.
I didn't know how he did it this many times. It's like the Kurt Angle moonsault.
You're right. It is very similar.
Yeah.
Except for he would hit it most of the time.
That's also true.
Which is pretty nuts. He hit the fucking move. But yeah, so the Revolution attacked Benoit afterwards, and
they cuffed him, and then he was saved by David Flair. All around Goodman.
He was good till he got hit by a car.
Dude, that's crazy. David Flair saved Chris Benoit and then got hit by a car? Is that the same episode?
And
or
it
is it
changed
weeks
his
before
life
that?
forever.
That is crazy.
It turned him into Jack Nicholson.
Maybe Freddy Krueger.
Robert Englund.
From The Shining.
So, yeah, Medusa versus Chris Benoit. You got Medusa hits a Rana here on Chris Benoit.
They trade hammerlocks?
It was nice to see a hammerlock. You know, that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, Benoit is arguing with the ref and Medusa's throwing kicks. And, yeah, the Rana, like you said, then Benoit chops the absolute fuck out of her in the corner.
He gets pissed. Yeah, hits the Rana. Benoit kicks out immediately, backs to the corner, and chops the shit out of her.
And I was like, dude, this is going to be awesome. And then I forgot what I was watching.
And then the funniest thing I think I've ever seen, I legit had to pause this because I was dying laughing so hard.
I was legit, like, this put me into a fucking fit.
So Evan Courageous comes out because, of course, what happened with him and Medusa.
He's in love with Medusa.
And he comes out because Benoit just chopped the shit out of her. He wants to check on her. And the ref is trying to also check on Medusa. The ref is Johnny Boone, of course. And Johnny Boone is trying to check on Medusa, and Evan Courageous keeps pulling this guy out. Like, hey, I'm going to check on her. Don't worry about it. And he goes back to check on her.
And he wants the match. I think he wants the match to not continue because he says that, I don't want her hurt.
Yeah, well, the ref is going right. The ref's trying to check on Medusa. She's hurt.
Yeah,
right. And Evan Courageous pulls this guy out. They talk. He goes back, pulls him back out again. He's like, look, dude, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Like, let me see Medusa. So then he goes back in one more time. Evan Courageous pulls him back out. The ref looks at him. And the ref strikes him.
Dude, the ref punches Evan Courageous in the head. And I said, whoa, what the fuck? And then Evan Courageous punches back. They start doing a strike exchange outside the ring.
They're slugging like crazy, fighting
They're going back and forth.
Johnny Boone, the ref, baby.
Dude, I was like, this is the best. I was like, wow, this just changed how I looked at refs forever.
The
refs should fight.
The ref initiated the striking. That was fucking crazy. He pulled him out. He looked at him and fucking slugged him. Evan Courageous didn't even hesitate. He turns back around. Boom, 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 boom. Like, oh, shit.
I couldn't fucking believe it. Because, when that happens, I was like, oh, he's going to punch him, and then Evan's going to bump, and the crowd's going to go crazy, and then Evan will get him back. Evan says, you motherfucker. I said, holy and then the refs come out to break up the ref fighting Evan Courageous.
The refs sure came out and jumped Evan Courageous. You piece of shit, get off our boy.
Stop him out. Oh, my God. Dude, the idea that all the refs are actually like that would change the game.
This was bar none the funniest thing I've ever seen because I expected none of it. Everything that happened from that point through the end of this segment, I was in complete awe of what I was seeing.
I think for the rest of the show, I was already confused, and it's somehow only downhill from this, or uphill. I don't know which way it goes.
The ref beefing with Evan Courageous is nuts, and then as they're fighting, the refs are coming down to break this up.
They're still slugging.
Jeff Jarrett is now here, and now him and Benoit are slugging it out in the ring.
What the fuck? They're just fighting.
The bell is now called. He's pissed. Jarrett gets a mic, and he says, this is the following phrase he says. Hey, this is not the WWF. We do not hit women here.
He got the microphone.
Hey, Medusa. Like I said before, this is not the WWF, and we do not hit women here.
What? And then Medusa starts kicking his fucking ass.
Dude, he says we don't hit women here. In the middle of him saying this, Medusa runs up, throws a kick at him, smacks him in the face, and keeps throwing kicks. And Jarrett has to bail, and he says, no, we don't do this shit, and I just screwed you out of this tournament. And he leaves. This was a fever dream.
And it all started with Medusa versus Chris Benoit.
This is unreal.
This has got to be one of the most unhinged segments I've ever seen.
It's unbelievable. This has to be seen to be believed.
This is one of my favorite parts of the show.
I was so excited after this. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder what else they're going to cook up here. That was pretty much it. So we go backstage. Chavo is talking to the powers that be. Yeah, so you can't actually see the powers that be. He didn't want to be on television, Russo. He didn't want to be on television. And
that's right.
He always said that they convinced him to be on television. He didn't even want to do it. He just wanted to do this, which obviously is inspired from Seinfeld.
Steinbrenner.
Yeah, which is, it's funny in Seinfeld. I don't know if it's supposed to be funny here. I guess maybe sometimes it's supposed to be funny.
Still fucking
this
hot.
This segment is funny. Seinfeld's hot until it ends. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
So yeah, Chavo is talking to the powers that be, which is Russo, and you can't see him. All you can see is Chavo and the Harris brothers. Their name is
the two biggest, baldest racists ever.
They're back there looking like they're in the Men in Black. This shit is crazy.
Dude, they look legit look like smacked asses. They look like thumbs. They're absurd looking.
So Chavo Guerrero won a battle royale last week, and he wants his reward for winning.
Yes, and he's here for an opportunity. And Russo says, "Oh, you're that Chavo kid, right? You did great in that Ham and Egger battle royal." And putting over the battle royal.
Yes, Mr. Russo, sir. I'm here for an opportunity. That's right. You're that Chavo kid, right? Well, you did a hell of a job in that Ham and Egger battle royal. As a matter of fact, here's your opportunity.
He said, "What the
What the fuck?"
He said, "Here's your opportunity." So he slides him a briefcase, and Chavo opens it and says, "Amway? What the hell is this?" Russo says, "Yeah, go hit the streets and make yourself a couple bucks. Get the hell out of my office."
Go sell this, you bum. Get out of here.
Damn,
Dude, this is the most dated reference I've ever seen. Go sell some Amway products.
Dude, I don't even think anyone knows what that is.
Yeah, he wants them to go door to door selling shit. Yeah. Good lord, dude.
Here's a briefcase full of Amway.
So yeah, there it is. And there's the powers that be segment. This is kind of how they all go in that regard. Mm-hmm. You either love this or hate this, I guess. I can see where you would like it, I guess, like because it is inspired from something that was genuinely funny. So Jim Duggan is cleaning the powers to be toilet because he is a janitor now.
That's right. He says, "I'll clean the Power of the Beast toilet and it'll be the best damn toilet in the country." I guess he lost his job and this is his job now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Disco Inferno versus Rick Steiner. You know what? Actually, Jim Duggan finds a title in the trash can, I think.
He does.
The hardcore title.
The hardcore belt, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. And Eric Young also does this.
That happens for years to come. Titles getting put in trash cans and then found.
So Disco Inferno versus Rick Steiner is up next. Disco Inferno is the cruiserweight champion, by the way.
TV champion, right?
No, he's cruiserweight. He's cruiserweight, and Rick Steiner's TV champion.
Rick Steiner's the
Is
TV.
that right?
Rick Steiner's the TV champion, and he gets no TV entrance.
Dude, okay. I was misled this whole time because I thought Disco, the WCW TV champion, was making his entrance for his WCW TV title defense.
Nope.
No.
Cruiserweight.
You're wrong.
Right. They had no hope for this fucking match, but what it did give us was goddamn Tony Marinara. Hey.
Dude,
motherfucker.
And they cooked. So we got Tony Marinara, who is now here. Is this the first? No, it's not the first time.
It's the
second time they've heard of Tony Marinara.
Yes.
And he is here with a bucket of concrete. And he joins commentary.
He's with a bucket. For those who don't know, Tony Marinara is Tony Mama Luke from ECW, one of many guys that WCW was just fucking taking from ECW just to take him. And he's Tony Marinara now.
No, I think he was Tony. I think he was in WCW first.
I don't think that's right.
I think that's right.
Is that? Oh, maybe we did talk about this. Maybe you are right.
I think he was in WCW first.
That is fucking
which is fucking crazy. Yeah, it is
he
crazy.
Was. WCW first,
wow.
then at the ECW did that.
You are right.
Wow.
Fuck, excuse me. Yeah, sorry.
Concrete.
Then he's Tony Mama Luke at ECW. You're right. I apologize.
Dude,
bucket of concrete.
Wet concrete also. Like not hard concrete.
Kinda.
Well, yeah, it's splashing
That's
around.
the same shit that killed Paul Bear.
Holy, that was shit from my butt. That's what
you
that was.
Have about a poop smeared out on there.
Dude, that was dog shit. Tony Marinara on commentary says, "Shut your mouth, Tony Bag of Donuts," talking about Shivani. Says, "My name's Tony Marinara, and I'm here for my money, Disco. I've been carrying it my whole life since me and Glenn were kids." Glenn,
I like
by the way.
idea of Tony Marinara showing up. He needs his fucking money now.
Dude, from like
he needs his money
when they
now.
were like 8 years old, he still wants his money back.
And he's been, I think he's his bookie, is what the gimmick is.
Okay.
Is that right, bookie?
Yeah, because he says, I told him, because later he says, if I don't get my money, there's going to be a problem. And I told him he shouldn't, I didn't tell him to bet on the Packers yesterday. That's his fault.
Oh, yeah. And then he brings his family in, but then he leaves or he gets fired.
That's right. He gets fired. Yeah. This match has completely nothing.
No,
There's nothing
come on.
in this match.
They're cooking here, man. They got
what?
They got the body slam and then the
German suplex.
They got a bucket of concrete.
Yeah, Rick Steiner grabs the concrete bucket and it just hits Disco on it.
Right in the face.
The ref is like, okay, sure.
Yeah, so he hits him in the head with that, and Shivani on commentary is saying, "What's the concrete for?" And Bobby Heenan says, "His shoes." And Tony Marinara says, "You want to know what the concrete's for?" Concrete.
His shoes.
What's the concrete for?
His feet.
You want to know what that concrete's for? Let me tell you something there, Tony.
He says it's a representation of what that guy's doing if I don't get my money. And I didn't tell him to bet the Packers yesterday. That's his fault. And Shivani in commentary says, oh, that's what that's about. Oh, the fucking Packers. So Rick Steiner fuck the Packers. Steiner picks Disco up and hits him with a fucking German suplex in the ring and wins the TV title. Fuck you. That's what I wrote down here.
Oh, okay.
Dude. Yeah, so Rick Steiner is the TV champion. He beat the Cruiserweight champ in literal seconds. It wasn't even a fucking match. He German suplexed him, hit him with concrete, and beat his fucking ass. So the Cruiserweight champ is a Cruiserweight chump.
Oh, my.
And then I guess Tony Marinero threw the concrete on Disco.
Okay, so Steiner throws Disco to the floor. Tony Marinaro starts slapping Disco around. Tony Marinaro then attempts to dump concrete on Disco, but I think he's trying not to, and it's just spilling on the fucking floor next to the ring. I don't know what fucking happened here.
Well, thankfully it was just poop, so you just smeared around a little bit.
That's good. I get a full smear of poop.
Don't disrespect the smear.
No, please don't.
You have a pound of
Give me
poop.
have a pound of poop, please.
Smear that on. What's the poop for? Oh, it's for my bagel. Thank you, Tony Bagatella.
It's for my fucking boogie.
So Scott Hall is talking to the police security, and Kevin Nash walks in with his custom suit and rainbow gimmick. And he pronounces himself as the Grand Wizard of Wrestling.
I'm the Grand Wizard of Wrestling. I'm your manager.
You smoking again?
I'm the Grand Wizard of Wrestling. I'm your manager.
Dude, this is crazy. Before Kev walks out, Scott talking to the Riot Squad says, hey, listen, Kev's been partying like crazy. You're not real cops, are you? I'm worried about him. You're not going to bust him, right? And then Nash comes out as a drug addict, Grand Wizard
I'm the
here.
Grand Wizard.
I'm the Grand Wizard. Hey, it's me, the Grand Wizard.
He
says, listen, Nash says, I got your powder to throw in his eyes. I got chloroform to knock him out. And not tape, but little brass knuckles. With me in your corner, we can't lose. And Hall says, I've been thinking about last week with Sid, and I kind of feel bad about it. Maybe we should make up with him. And Nash says, you want to make friends with a psycho? And Hall says, I think we should. And Nash says, Hall, I got a plan. Boys, follow me.
Hall, I've got a plan. Boys, follow me.
Follow him.
He's the Grand Wizard.
Of course.
He's the fucking Grand Wizard.
I found it out, by the way. Grand Wizard Ernie Roth was in the WWE Hall of Fame of 1995.
Okay, so he's still super not relevant here. Got it. It's understood.
Yeah, it's only, 4 years. They're cooking.
Sure, that's fair.
Apparently, Nash was doing this every week because Scott Hall says, oh, is this what you're doing this week?
Is that right?
Yes, I guess he was doing like a different gimmick every week.
Oh, great.
I see. Yeah. He was a different manager every week? Is that what it was?
Or something like that.
Sure.
So we go to the Nitro Girls search. Mean Gene is with the Nitro Girls in the ring, and they're trying them out, trying to see who's going to get searched Nitro Girls style. And
yeah, this is legit Diva search with Nitro Girls.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Ashley is from Raleigh, North Carolina, so she should win.
That. One of these people was lying about where they're from, just so you know.
Oh, who was it?
It was fucking Stacy.
Oh,
she's not from fucking Philadelphia.
Oh, man.
You liar.
Where's she
you
from?
Can't win this battle. She's from fucking like Georgia or some shit. I don't know where. She's from
Stacy, Philadelphia.
Maryland.
Oh, that's kind of close.
Liar. No. You don't get to try to win me over.
So, of course, the girls start cranking it one time for the audience. And then, of course, everyone's favorite Nitro girl, AC Jazz, gets in the ring and tells them to get the fuck out of the fucking ring.
Dude, fuck off. Yeah, and Mean Gene says, whoa, these girls are trying to be Nitro Girls. And AC Jazz says, get them out of the ring. Get them out of the ring now. I had to write this down because everything here is fucking insane. She is, by the way, so lost.
No, come on. She's just talking real, Wrestling's not built for the real like this.
This was not written by her. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
You telling me the Kmart line was not written by her?
For some reason, something tells me no, James. Something tells me no. She says, I'm tired of it. You Nitro Girl wannabes. We are the Nitro Girls. We're the Nitro Girls. You are skanks. I said skanks.
Oh, that was beast.
We are the Nitro Girls. You are skanks. I said skanks.
AC Jazz, this is verbatim what she says here. The last time I saw so many little Arnoirs was in the household department in Kmart. What the fuck?
Yeah.
The last time I saw so many little iron words was in the household department at Kmart. That's what I'm talking about.
Dude.
What word did she say there?
Dude.
Please tell me you know what she said there.
I wrote down last time she saw Bobbity Bashava in Kmart. Yeah, she's cooking. Yeah, let him know.
So many Arna wars. I don't know what the fuck she was talking about.
She removed the mic from her face and then created a word out of midair.
Yeah,
because
she
was
household
so
department
pissed.
at Kmart. I guess so.
She
said, "How
pissed, man?
How dare you think you could take our jobs? The Nitro Girls jobs? Fucking skanks Arna wars. Fucking bitch,
dude. AC Jazz sounds like a Seth Green robot chicken character.
It's unbelievable.
Her accent, the way she just sounds. If you put it on a robot chicken skit, it would sound just fucking like it. I promise.
That's a great.
The last time I saw so many little iron words was in the household department at Kmart. That's what I'm talking about.
Way to fucking put that. That's actually unbelievable. You're right.
And guess who else is here, man? Spice.
Nitro Girl Spice is here, and she's trying to stand up for the girl. She takes the mic and she says, "AC, what's wrong with you, girl? Those girls are not skanks. They have just as much right to be in this ring as we do." And AC Jazz gets her fucking ass here big time. She says, "What are you, little Mary Poppins?"
As you and I do, they're not. Girl. What are you, little Mary Poppins? Woo, you're here to save the day, girl.
You're here to save the day,
What,
girl.
you a Harnavar or something, bitch?
You Kmart Harnavar?
Shop at Kmart, bitch. What's wrong with you? I need some Anavar.
Get your Harnavar ass out of here. She said, "You're here to save the day, girl? Why don't you get your little umbrella and fly away like the little witch bitch that you are?"
Hey, fuck you, man. Fuck you.
Bitch. Yeah,
Fuck
Spice is, all right. Dude, Spice fires up here crazy. I was on her side here. She
I
says,
was too.
She said, "All right, you know what? That's it. Shit is on. It's on, AC." I said, "Oh, shit."
The witch bitch that you are.
All right, you know what? That's it. Shit is on. It is on, AC, because...
Bring it on, ho.
Yeah, you want to go?
Oh, my
Bring
goodness.
it on, ho. Dude.
Shades of Friday
Johnny
Tagliano.
Boone, Johnny Boone, Evan Courageous-esque. This is fucking crazy. They go at it here. They start pushing each other and touching each other's arms, and then they stare at each other, and then they touch each other's arms a little more.
This reminds me about an Anavars in Kmart.
Dude, I actively go to Anwar aisle at Kmart.
Spice and AC Jazz. Spice and AC Jazz.
Oh my God.
Just one.
And then they both get hit by cars.
Bring it on, ho. You want you Mary Poppins?
Dude, shit is on, bring it on, ho. Is like top two fighting words. I'm fucking on Spice's side here. This is awesome.
Holy fucking shit, man.
It's fucking tremendous.
Oh,
so,
my
yeah, they
God.
awkwardly push each other for an eternity.
Where did Mean Gene go?
He had to get. She said, "Get the fuck out of here." She
He
told
said,
him,
"Oh,
"Fuck
shit,
off."
all right, I got you.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm going to Kmart.
The other, I would get him some Arn Wars. The other Nitro Girls come out to break it up. The crowd is booing actively, and then it ends. Sorry about that.
It's other Storm. Yeah, the rest of the Nitro Girls.
Yeah, see ya.
They say on commentary,
Dude.
"It's a Nitro Girl pull apart."
Oh my God!
They're
Nitro
actually-
pull apart. Oh my God.
They're actually,
It's a Nitro Girl pull apart.
A Nitro Girl Battle Royal.
We've never seen anything like it.
laughing. I swear they are.
Yeah, they
of
are.
course. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they are. That is unbelievable.
So we go backstage. Tony Schiavone actually throws it to the backstage, which is even crazier when you really
Dude,
want to
oh my God, he does.
Tony Schiavone says, "Let's take it to the back." And we go to the back, and Kimberly is being chased for her life by David Flair, Jack Nicholson style.
All right, let's go in the back.
Jack Nicholson, The Shining. Dude, she's standing behind like a pillar, and she has a pipe in her hand. And then David Flair, you can see him in the back, kind of blurry. He's like Bigfoot. And he's walking around in the room. And then she accidentally drops the pipe, and it goes ding, 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 ding. And David Flair starts to limp towards her. And then we go back to commentary, and Schiavone and Heenan are looking at each other. And Schiavone says, "You fucking remember that Shining with, Jack Nicholson and..." Yeah, anyway, tonight's Goldberg is staying at the top of the hour.
Boy, Kimberly is having her problems, and
Freddy Krueger lives.
he looks like something out of The Shining. Remember Jack Nicholson with David Flair is one scary individual. Fans, Coming up next on this program.
Dude, it's even crazier later on in the entrance for it. When Kimberly comes out for the entrance, because they really laid on thick there. He actually says, what's that, like Freddy Krueger or something?
What, they got Jack Nicholson or something out here? What the fuck?
Why did he just throw it to this like this is normal? And then they throw it back. And it's like, oh, all right.
Yeah, you're right. I don't understand.
Anyways, Goldberg versus Sting 1-on-1 later tonight.
Dude, legit, like, remember The Shining? Anyway, Goldberg and Sting, top of the hour. And then random music starts playing. And Shivani is very confused. He knew to throw to Kimberly being harassed by David Flair, but did not know this next segment for a debut that was by the man that's coming out was planned for this show is coming out. And Shivani says, "Well, we were supposed to go to break. What is this?"
It goes from AC Jazz and Spice to Jack Nicholson to
Freddy Krueger
7.
Dude. They are fucking cooking here, dude. They are cooking crazy.
This was inspired
here.
as shit, man.
The lights
crazy.
go out. Oh my. And you hear, "Fear me, you will." What the fuck?
Answer his own question. Fear me? You will.
You will?
So, yeah, man, it cuts to the stage, and there he is. There he motherfucking is.
You can see the lights coming from the stage, and you can see a figure. There's smoke on the ground. He starts to levitate. Then he starts to float to the ring. And dude, I'll be honest with you, man, and I'm not joking.
Let him know.
If this entrance happened at WrestleMania, people would say this is the greatest thing they've ever seen in their lives.
You're fucking right.
You are right.
Because the shit when he's like just a shadow with the
cool
the
as
smoke
fuck.
and the light and the floating, it is cool as shit. You're
and
right.
the shot of him floating over the camera was awesome.
They upskirt shot Dustin Rhodes.
Dude, that's insane.
That is fucking nuts. Here's 7. Dude, it's even nuts. It's more nuts because they zoom in on his face. Tony Schiavone and Bobby Heenan are watching the fucking cam.
Who the fuck is that?
They go, who the fuck is this? It's fucking Dustin Rhodes. What do you mean who is this?
Dude, even on commentary, they say, "This is the man we've seen so much about." And Heenan says, "Yeah, in the window with the kid." Dude.
What?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
because for weeks leading up to this, that was all you saw of this guy. There was a kid in a bedroom, and he was stalking a child, right? Mm-hmm. Is what it was?
Well, he wasn't stalking the child. They never said he was stalking the child.
He was outside of a child's window at night staring at him?
Yeah, but I don't think they...
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, it's the implications that get you every time.
That always gets you.
It's the implications that get you every time.
David Flair should fucking talk to this guy.
Yeah, so they say on commentary they don't know what his name is. They look him right in the fucking face as he is Dustin fucking Rhodes and say, "Who the fuck is this?
Who is this?" Dude, like I said, this entrance is awesome.
He
floats over the ropes too.
Music is going nuts.
It's shot so well and it's so dark that it doesn't look like he's like bungeed out here.
Yeah,
it just looks like he's floating. I wrote down, if this happened today, this would be the most requested thing in WWE Games history. And then I wrote, this also should have been Mordecai.
Undertaker the long way.
Undertaker the long way. If he did this entrance, he would have lasted longer. He would not have been sent to OVW.
It doesn't help you though, because the way the music's played is like kind of soft, and you can hear people like laughing in the crowd.
You do hear dude the other say, "What the fuck is this shit?"
So Smoke is going nuts, and 7, we don't know his name. 7
Not
grabs
yet.
the mic and he says, "Cut the music now."
Kill the music now.
It's over, fans.
Kill the music now.
Yeah, yeah. The lights come. You're staring at a guy, and he's super white face paint, red under his eyes, hat, jacket,
and he has a lot of fucking shit to say here. It's actually one of it's funny because like we've talked about this so much at this point. We've never watched this episode.
Yeah,
but there's so much of this that we say so regularly that it's insane. This is like one of my favorite promos ever, I think.
There's more that I didn't even realize he says in this promo, too.
I want everybody in here to take a good, long look at everything I'm in. I left the World Wrestling Federation for gimmicks like this. Goldberg!
Goldberg!
Want everybody in here to take a good, long look at this crap I'm in. I left the World Wrestling Federations for gimmicks like this.
Holy shit.
For those who don't know, I was Goldust, and Goldust sucked.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, man.
Goldust nearly ruined my wrestling career. I wanted to come back to WCW because this is home for me. And I wanted to just be me. Just me. I just wanted to be me again.
But the powers that be came to me and they said, Dustin, you know, Dustin sucks.
So I stand before you. Oh, my new name is Seven, by the way.
Oh,
so I stand before you and, my new name is Seven, by the way, so.
Seven. Your name's Seven.
Yeah, my name's Seven,
Another
by the way.
Seinfeld reference, right? You want to name his kid Seven?
My name's Seven, by the way. And they dressed me up as Uncle Fester to play trick or treat all year long. Powers that be, you can take Goldust and shove it up your ass.
Holy shit.
You can take this silly little thing, Seven, and shove it up your ass.
Oh, shit.
And you can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Tell him, fuck this company.
Fuck this shit. Fuck this gimmick, goddammit.
Thank you for the cool interest, though. I appreciate that. That was cool. Very well done.
Dude, what?
You can take this silly looking thing, Seven, and shove it up your ass. And you both can kiss my ass.
What I don't, because like I said, I know this promo, but I don't remember the hat coming off. So him standing there, bald, super white, and cutting this promo is fucking so funny.
Camera is super hard on his face too, like super hard on his fucking face here. He's
right
so
in
fucking
on it.
sad. My dad, Dusty Rhodes, called me and they fired him and kicked him to the curb like a piece of shit.
Shoot fired, by the way. Yeah, that's a piece of shit.
He did fire him and Sonny Ono. Get the fuck out of here.
Why did he stand up for Sonny Ono?
And he says that he promises to make the powers that be, WCW, and TNT's lives a living hell.
Oh, shit. Well, you just disrespected me for the last time. God damn it.
You will never forget the name. Dustin Rhodes.
Dude, he G's up the Goldust. You never forget the name of Dustin Rhodes.
Tonight and forevermore, you will never, ever forget the name of Dustin Rhodes.
Jack Nicholson.
Oh, Freddy Krueger.
And dude, he starts to take the jacket off, and you see a glimpse of his wrestling outfit, and then it cuts away.
He's got the Mordecai gear on.
It's like purple lightning bolts or something. I couldn't get a good look at it.
Yeah, he's got the little thing on. I bet you it's a little see-through in the front, too.
Yeah, he probably, at his cock, probably,
nipples
right?
showing nuts.
For the kid in the window.
For Goldust, you can take that showing up your ass.
Dude, where do you think the kid in the window thing was going to go? Where do you think any of this was going to go? Or do you think it was always this?
No, I feel like it probably wasn't always this. Like, I'm sure they had something that he watched a movie of, and he said, damn, this would be cool.
Yeah. And then Vince Russo said, no, never mind, you're Dustin.
Then Goldust probably said, man, yeah, I don't really want to be a child predator on TV. Sure. So Sting is walking to the ring, by the way.
Is he?
That's it. Kimberly is hiding behind. Yeah, Sting's walking to the ring anyways. Kimberly is backstage hiding behind a copy machine as David Flair is shouting, Kimberly.
Don't you want to play with me anymore? Yeah, she's hiding behind a fucking fax machine. Anyway, fucking Nash and Hall are on Sid's locker room door. Well, anyone. Where is Doug fucking Dillinger?
Dude, Sting is walking the ring. Kimberly's hiding for her life for David Flair. Kevin Nash is dressed up as the Grand Wizard anyways.
Where's DDP?
DDP is hurt. He's injured.
He got hurt.
Okay, so he just can't show up?
No, not for his wife.
Why did she not stay home?
Because she probably felt guilty because she hit David Flair with her car.
Didn't she say the powers that be wanted to see her? Is that why she's here?
Oh,
I think they legit say that at the top, right?
Yeah, because they couldn't see her until she overcame this David Flair situation.
Sure, okay.
The powers that be said, please don't bring him in here. So Kevin Nash and Scott Hall are with police at Sid Vicious's locker room door. And they Sid, we have an offer you can't refuse.
We have a proposal. Sid, open the door.
Sid, it's us. We got a proposal, something you can't refuse.
Open the door.
The police are here. So TP tells Elizabeth that he has a very good idea and we're going to go do that idea. Thank you for telling me that.
Fuck, did we need to see that?
Because
I have a really good idea on how we can make this up this thing. This is going to be good. Let's go. Okay, they couldn't just do it. Legit,
imagine having to
so
record all this
spoon-fed.
shit.
Oh my God.
Imagine getting these guys together and being like, we have one fucking take to do this.
We have
not fuck this up.
It's 7 seconds long.
So now we have in the middle, we're in like the middle of the fucking show. I just want everybody to know we're in the middle of the show.
This is the top of the hour.
We're in the middle.
We're 1 hour into the show.
Well, they got to compete with Raw. You know, Raw just started now, I think.
Holy
right?
fuck.
All right, well, it's Sting versus Goldberg.
Yes.
Sting
they hyped
versus
this up the whole show.
This should be a huge fucking match. This should be like the super main. This should be on a pay-per-view. You should be charging me $60 to see this.
Correct.
Right.
This is it's a big fucking deal, and they've hyped it up the whole show. They said top of the hour, you're getting Sting versus Goldberg. They showed him working out. They showed him walking. This is the match. They do full entrances here. Goldberg's entrance is 5 minutes on its own. Goldberg's entrance is longer than the match.
Maybe it's they want people to tune in. They like maybe just take a little bit longer so we can make sure people tune in.
Yeah, tune in. You know, they'll tune in at fucking 9:02.
If I tuned in and saw what happened in this match, I would never watch the show ever.
Holy fuck! No fucking way. Or what happens after it.
So they've given up at this point on making stuff marquee. At this point, we're going to take the biggest and best that we got, and they're going to face each other regularly, and the match is going to stink, and we're going to blow the finish, and we're just going to move on. And
as long as they're tuning in, I don't care what happens.
Yeah,
that's what they want.
We're so far past making stuff marquee at this point.
Yes.
So the match, nothing happens.
No.
Dude, they literally
lock up.
They do a sleeper the whole match.
Yeah, lock up, back into the rope, midsection kick, Sting gets a sleeper. That's the match.
That's the fucking whole match in its entirety.
So Sting gets a sleeper on Goldberg. TP and Elizabeth come down to the ring because they had a good idea. I don't know if you guys saw that earlier, but they had a good idea.
Did you hear this? Have you seen this?
They bump the ref. Elizabeth and TP go to mace them.
Goldberg and Sting bump the ref in the sleeper.
Right. Yeah, Goldberg does. He runs
bumps
into him. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Right, with his ass.
Elizabeth and TP go to mace them on the ropes, but don't do it.
Because it was on the wrong side.
Yeah, I assumed that there was a hard cam.
Yeah, you're right.
So they move around to hard cam, literally move the entire spot over to hard cam.
Dude, legit, it probably was Sting looking at him and saying, not fucking here.
Other side hard cam.
Other side, jackass.
And so they go over there to the other side, do the same thing again, and they mace Sting in the face. They say, was that on purpose? It could not have been more on purpose if they tried it a million times.
Sting has Goldberg leaning on the middle rope here. It's a close-up shot of this happening. You can see Luger pulling her hand up to put it right into Sting's eyes.
Yeah, because she couldn't get it to
him.
work. She couldn't get it to work.
She couldn't get this pop off. Yeah. So he has to do it. Sprays Sting in the eyes. He gets fucked up. Goldberg spears Sting, stares at him, says, all right, picks him up, hits the jackhammer, and wins. And then after this big fucking marquee match, world title tournament implications, we immediately go backstage because who gives a fuck?
That was Goldberg versus Sting.
Sting and Goldberg, two of the biggest stars of the fucking company.
Who gives a shit?
Dude, they
go to the back.
They cut away so immediately that I almost think something went wrong. Like, that's how quick they cut away. Nothing went wrong, but they cut away so immediately that I think something went wrong.
What happened was, and here I'll tell you, James, what went wrong. Goldberg and Sting went over their time. We had to go backstage quicker.
A minute.
they fucked up the mace spot and added on 30 seconds, and we had to quickly go backstage.
And you know what we go backstage to?
Dude.
The Grand Wizard, it's called.
Hey, I'm the Grand Wizard. I'm the Grand fucking Wizard, everybody.
The Grand Wizard is talking to Sid Vicious now, who is now outside of his door.
Dude, it's Sid shirtless, Scott Hall, the Grand fucking Wizard, Kevin Nash, Riot Squad, and Kevin Nash says, Sid, I'm the Wizard. We know!
Sid, I'm the Wizard. And you know what? I'm in charge of everything. Sid.
We go!
That's the Grand Wizard, I think. Oh my God,
dude! They've explained it every time he shows up on screen. They've explained he's the Grand fucking Wizard. I know.
Well, if you tuned in, you know, you're probably like,
you didn't
what
know.
the fuck is this?
Oh, that's good. You tune in at 9 o'clock. You see Sting and Goldberg go 2.5 fucked up Mace spot, and now the Grand fucking Wizard is here. Holy!
And then Rick Steiner goes out and says, "You know what you did. You know what you did."
Dude, holy fuck!
What did I do?
Dude, they don't explain it. So yeah, all right. Nash says, "Sid, I'm the Grand Wizard, and I'm in charge of everything." How? When was that explained? He says, "I'm as sharp as a tack, you see, and as a jester tonight, we'll give you 2 security guards in case Goldberg gets a little crazy." And Hall says, you know, it's a peace offering from the outsiders. I get it! I fucking get it! Well, Rick Steiner walks in and he says, "Hey, what the hell is going on here? And you better make time for me or I'm out of here." And he walks away.
All right.
Yeah, I hear you. Legit, I hear you. That's all it was.
So, anyways, Elizabeth and TP run past Jim Duggan, who is mopping the floor, and they steal the wet floor sign.
Yeah, Luger said, TP says, "Hey, Jim, good to have you back in the company. You missed a spot right there." And yeah, Luger tiptoes around the corner, steals a caution side behind Duggan's back, and then he tiptoes away. Anyway, we're still backstage.
Kimberly.
Dude, what's crazy about this? Like, you were talking about like pre-tapes, but you thought that these probably were live. They probably had like 8 different cameramen around the arena.
Some of them have to be pre-tapes, Tony, but definitely some of these are live.
Maybe the wet floor one, but the Grand Wizard thing might not be. I don't know.
I'm the Wizard.
They probably assigned people to people. There was probably a cameraman that never left Nash and Hall's side.
The Grand Wizard, sure. You're right.
You hang out with TP, you hang out with Nash and Hall, you hang out with Kimberly.
You're right.
Wow.
Oh my, because all the oh my God. Yeah, legit, all the backstage segments revolve around 3 pairs.
Kimberly comes up to a WCW security guard who is facing the opposite direction of her.
With beanie.
And asks for help. And then she touches him on the shoulder. And he takes the beanie off, because that's what you do when you turn around. Take the beanie off.
Of course.
And it's David Flair.
Dude, big reveal. Big fucking reveal. Yeah, she says, "Security. Oh, thank God you're here. I have this lunatic chasing after me. I don't know what he's going to do." Then he, as James said, he turns around, beanie off, and he says, "I know exactly what he's going to do." And she goes, "Ah!" and runs away.
What is this, Jack Nicholson? What is this,
Dude,
Freddy Krueger?
Have you seen The Shining? 1 or 2?
I just need your insurance card, please. You hit me with the car. I just need your insurance.
Yeah, well, anyway, we're going to stay backstage.
Yeah, why not? I mean, we're already cooking. Mike Tenay interviews Vampiro and the Misfits.
I don't remember growing up thinking this, but wow, Vampiro is a shitty promo.
No, he's one of the best, man. He says, "Dude, Vampiro, what's the deal with this shit, man? Y'all are misfits?" He said, "This is a lifestyle, you know, kids getting picked on. This is a lifestyle at school getting picked on.
Lifestyle."
You know, Mike, this ain't no debut. Being a misfit is basically meaning you're an outcast from society. This is a lifestyle. This is something that happens to you when you go against the grain."
Oh, yeah. Dude, Vampiro would fit in with the Brood with how bad his promo is.
Yeah, you're right. Top of the line. He'd probably take over.
He says, as far as Buff Bagwell's concerned, he better pay attention because Berlin found out last week that he legit says it like that evil has a place in WCW and the nightmare is just beginning, and here we are knocking on the door.
Vampiro, the Misfits, Berlin, and the Wall.
This is an angle. And Buff Bagwell.
And Buff Bagwell. So yeah, we go to Buff Bagwell versus Vampiro up next.
World title tournament match again.
Buff Bagwell makes his entrance, and then a Misfit stands in the ramp.
Yeah, just stands in front of him and he taunts him, and then Buff shoves him. And then all of the Misfits jump Buff Bagwell. Dude, this is super disrespectful. The Misfits stomp Buff Bagwell out while his music is still playing.
Yeah, you're right.
Daddy! Stomping his fucking ass out. I said, "Oh, you can't do this, Tim. Come on."
The Misfits out here already. The Misfits. And you heard what Vampiro.
Yeah, so they get in the ring here. Vampiro hits a spin kick on Buff Bagwell. And then the Misfits get on the apron and distract Buff as Vampiro hits a missile drop kick, and now Berlin is here.
Berlin is here. The Wall is also here.
Berlin with the sideburns and hair.
What the fuck is that look? Fucking mohawk with little sideburns.
Berlin and the Wall are feuding with the Misfits over being misfits.
Is that right? Is that what this is? Like, who can be the creepier guy?
It definitely fucking seems like it. You think they would like I don't know, they'd probably feud with the Revolution or something over being like, I don't know, just
you think they'd be
weird.
together?
Yeah, or like, just feud with a face team that's like normal or something.
This is like the Brood breaking up, I think. That's what this feels like.
It's fucked up, dude.
It's bullshit.
Berlin is here. He hits Vampiro with chains wrapped around the knuckles, and then Buff hits the blockbuster and wins.
Yeah. And then the Misfits get in the ring to stop Berlin from attacking Vampiro. And the Wall is here, and he fucks them all up. Now, the Wall is evil creative control? Or good guy creative control?
The Wall is now the bodyguard.
Dude, he dresses just like them.
Yeah, you're right. Well, that's his gimmick. He's the bodyguard.
Okay, of Berlin.
He's the bodyguard.
Okay.
They should just call him the Wall. I just would have kept calling him the Wall.
What is it? Does he not have a name here? Is he not the Wall?
No, he's the bodyguard.
He's the bodyguard here. That's his name.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's the bodyguard.
He's not the Wall yet, right?
Oh, I thought he was the Wall here.
Oh, no, he's the bodyguard.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and you're right. And creative control is now here, and they kick Berlin's ass, and the bodyguard is confused. He said, "What are my brothers doing?"
What are these dudes doing?
Well, backstage, TP is now laying on the bathroom floor with the wet floor sign that he stole earlier. And he's like, blew out my fucking knee!
My knee!
Somebody give me some help here, Liz! I need some EMTs, doctor, trainer, something! Oh, I blew out my knee bad.
He said, Liz, help! EMT's trainer, something! He went all out, though, so it's not only wet floor sign, but he's also laying in piss. I don't know why he actually had to go the full length here. He's laying in wet shit, Peter Griffin style, holding his knee.
Peter Griffin style.
What the fuck?
Well, we go to commercial. We come back. He's on a gurney now with Liz and the EMTs.
Yeah, TP says, oh, what is it? ACL? MCL? Both MCLs? And one of the EMTs says, oh, well, Mr. Package, which is fucking
That's
tremendous. Awesome. Mr. Package, we can't find anything wrong with your knee.
Is it the ACL, both the MCL? I mean, what is it?
Mr. Package, we can't find anything wrong with your knee.
And Luger says, can you believe this? Give me to a doctor. I need some medication. True worker right there, brother.
So we get Perry Saturn versus Bret Hart up next.
I was excited for this as well. A fool I am.
Yeah, I actually wrote down here, Perry Saturn versus Bret Hart sounds like a great match, but goddamn, I know it won't be.
Well, thankfully, on commentary, we got the fucking franchise.
He made this. He really did make this match a lot better.
He was the best part of this. Yeah, he joins commentary, and Shivani says, well, Shane Douglas is here. He has a microphone. Oh, your mic's not on. And Shane says, you've been behind this, Shivani. I've known from day one.
Okay, Shane Douglas has the microphone, has the headset on. Go ahead and talk now. Your mic's not on.
Microphone on, that's it. The franchise, Shane Douglas. You've been behind this, Shivani. I've known it from day one.
Which is tremendous.
So Saturn is out here with Asia, and
yes.
Shane, like you said, Shane Douglas on commentary. We start the match, and I was like, okay, Bret's working over his arm. I said, holy shit, are we going to get an actual match on this show? I can't believe my eyes. Bret starts to work over Saturn's arm. He keeps control early. Saturn then hits a line out of the hip toss and a springboard leg lariat to take over.
That was cool.
It was cool, yeah. And they mentioned on commentary that Bret's leg is fucked up, so Saturn starts working Bret's leg. I said, holy fucking shit, I can't believe my eyes. This is wrestling. Tony Schiavone, that cuts over to show me franchise Tony Schiavone and Bobby Heenan on commentary.
Yes.
Tony Schiavone is sitting cross-legged on commentary, chilling big style, middle of the show
he's
here.
Fucking having a good time.
Saturn goes for a springboard moonsault, but misses. Bret takes back over. Bret hits his classics here, Russian leg sweep,
I love
backbreaker.
how he does the like. Have we talked about this before?
I think we talked about his moves, but I'll always talk about him, yeah.
His Russian leg sweep is so cool. No one cups the face like he does on them.
No, it actually looks like he hits a move on him.
You're right.
The other time, it just looks like I'm taking a bump with you.
Just falling with him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right.
And he hits the backbreaker. That always looks good. Not a lot of people can do it like him on the backbreaker either. And then he second rope elbow, dude. Fucking nails that shit. Hits him right in the fucking head with it. Yeah, that shit was awesome. And then Asia comes up on the apron as Bret is pinning Saturn. And the ref doesn't even see it at all.
Why? Why does he not give a fuck?
Bret actually has to point to the ref.
Oh my God, this is horrible.
Dude,
this is horrible.
Bret is in the pin. 1, 2. Asia's on the apron. Bret's like, whoa, what is that? What is that?
He points at her.
He gets up off the pin and goes, what is that? What is that? And the ref goes,
what is that fucking thing?
Saturn did not kick out, by the way.
No, not at all.
The ref goes and talks to Asia, and while this is happening, Shane Douglas comes in and hits Bret with his cast.
Which I always love that. That's a wrestling trope that I don't know the last time I've seen that. Somebody like breaks their arm and they have a cast and they use it as a weapon.
Tries to use it, yeah.
I don't think that I don't know
Most
if
of the
I've
time
seen
they
that
get
in a
the
long
soft
time.
cast now. He had a fucking 90-degree cast.
Maybe they don't even do those anymore. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, the fucking kickout thing was insane. Like legit, the ref ruined that whole thing.
Look, like Bret's face is crazy.
Hey, look,
What?
hey,
Look.
hey. It was a 3. He practically counted 3.
Yeah, he did. So Douglas goes back to commentary after he hits him with the cast. Says, "Someone has to take control around here."
With that hard plastic cast of this.
Gotta take control around here.
Fucking franchise.
In the ring, Perry Saturn has the Death Valley driver. Bret Hart kicks out at 2, and franchise. No. What a slow count.
That was awesome.
Bret Hart then hits a crossbody for a 2, and like this match is good. This is the best match on the show, fucking bar none at this point.
For sure.
Crossbody for a 2. Malenko runs down. He's putting the boots to Bret. Chris Benoit runs down. Now Benoit and Malenko are slugging it out.
Dude, Shane Douglas said, "Look out, Dean! It's Benoit!"
No.
Look out, Dean, it's Benoit!
Chris Benoit's come out.
No, dude, Benoit.
Yeah, dude, he's selling this so big. Benoit attacks Malenko. They brawl. Saturn dives over the top and lands on both Malenko and Benoit. Then he gets on the apron, sunsets Bret. Bret rolls through, sharpshooter, and Douglas going, no!
And Bret
Saturn
wins.
taps out.
Yeah, dude, this was awesome. This was, I mean, it should have urgency. It's in the tournament. It's a WCW heavyweight title tournament match.
This was definitely best match on the show, but it was still like, what the fuck? Like, it's still fucking a bunch of bullshit in it. No!
Watch out, Benoit.
Look out, dude, it's Benoit! That was awesome.
This is the Deadlock. Thank God there was a good match on the show. Match of the evening.
Thank you guys so much. Perry Saturn, much respect.
Another W. So we cut immediately backstage. Kimberly.
Yeah, because who gives a fuck about this tournament, right, guys?
Yeah, we have 20 more matches and 10 hours left. Come on. So Kimberly tells Creative Control, this is the Harris brothers, that she needs to see the powers that be. She is begging for someone to help her, please.
They say, get your sweet ass out of here. All right.
Yeah, so anyways, the Grand Wizard and Scott Hall are chilling on a couch with the
anyone
police.
take this fucking situation with her seriously. Anybody.
Kevin Nash is sitting there with his whole gimmick on, and he asks,
crazy.
He says he asks the police for an envelope, and they hand him an envelope, and this is actually nuts. I can't believe they did this.
There is 316.
316.
Number of times The Undertaker has worked a pay-per-view main event with Austin.
What the fuck?
Please watch the WWF.
Yeah, dude, why are you watching this? Stone Cold's gonna get hit by a car soon.
I mean, they're already saying here the Undertaker's main event sucked, so that's good on them.
They were right.
Yeah, they were right.
Right, they knew.
Seven had more main events left in them, I'll tell you that.
That's also, he could have took it over for him. I think you're right. And dude, even better, they both laugh. Hall says, has it really been that many times? And Nash says, yeah, where you been? Hall says, drunk for an entire year, bro. Holy fuck.
What the hell?
It wasn't that long, was it?
Yeah, no shit.
So we go to Booker T Town Hall. I just want to make sure everyone understands this was not supposed to happen.
No.
That's what they keep saying. This was not supposed to happen because Stevie Ray has been suspended by the powers that be.
Oh, hold on. Don't miss, by the way. Luger was in a wheelchair backstage. Don't miss that.
He was icing his legs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
don't
Luger was in a
that.
wheelchair backstage, and he says, I can't believe this. My knee is killing me. Oh, my gosh. I need some ice. Anyway, Booker T comes out.
Boo Radley's apple tree, and my knee
my
is
God.
killing me.
And Dr. Pepper needs to check on me now. Dr. Pepper.
So we go to Booker T Town Hall, and Stevie Ray has been suspended by the powers that be, and Booker wants to talk to Creative Control and Jeff Jarrett.
Booker looks good here, by the way.
He does. He always looks good. He's in fucking just good shape all the time.
Yeah, man. Looks great.
On my fucking video, there's like a TV feed fuck up in the middle of this promo.
Okay, I was like, is there like a fucking hacker segment about to happen here? But no, it's a scuffed master copy that they got here.
Yeah, and then Booker says, you get your 3 punk asses down here.
Yeah, pretty much. He says, you get your asses out here and, fucking, or Booker T can unbutton his sleeve like this. And Booker can walk up that aisle, come in the back, slap you in the face, Jeff Jarrett, drag you two wannabe bosses out here, and kick your ass right here in front of the world. This was an awesome line. He says, second thing is creative control. You have the nerve to suspend my brother. I'll tell you like this. I'll suspend your damn life.
Yeah, kill these motherfuckers.
Troll, you have the nerve to suspend my brother. I tell you like this, I will suspend your damn life.
He said, creative control, Jarrett, get down here right now. Let's take it all good old-fashioned Harlem street fight. And that's the whole damn deal. Another line that should have got over.
Yeah, a lot of them, man. And honestly, all of them should have got over.
And here comes Jeff Jarrett with his patented theme. Ding, 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 ding.
I love that. Of course, it's my favorite one.
The fuck was that?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Now, he's calling out everybody. He's going to face everybody. And he wants a Harlem street fight right now. Me too.
So Jarrett and Creative Control come out here, and then Jarrett goes to commentary, and Creative Control fights Booker T in the Harlem Street Fight in the ring.
This is a match?
Looks like it.
Was there a ref?
They kick Booker's ass, and
they beat the fuck out of him, yeah.
Jarrett then walks in with a guitar and
gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, he's standing there looking at Booker. He has a guitar wound up, and then a woman runs in the ring, and commentator's confused. Who the hell is this?
She's in gear.
Yeah, who is this wrestler that ran in the ring?
Yeah, the fuck is this?
It's not on my sheet. I don't know who the fuck this is.
And Jeff Jarrett, who earlier said this is not WWF, we do not attack women here.
Dude, Jeff Jarrett, she punches Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett turns her ass around and obliterates her with his guitar so fucking badly. I was like, wow, welcome to the business. Good Lord.
Legit one of the most, like, maybe the hardest guitar shot I've ever seen.
Obliterated the guitar. She fell like a sack of rocks on the ground there. And,
yeah, dude, she dies.
Yeah, wow, that was nuts. And
what a debut.
Yeah, we actually later learned that this is Midnight, of course.
Yes.
That joins Harlem Heat and Booker T.
What is do we know what her association with him was?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay. She was the storyline sibling of Booker T and Stevie Ray. I don't know if I ever knew that part.
Oh, I don't know if I knew that either, actually.
Yeah, no
That's
idea.
what Wikipedia says, yeah.
Okay, wow.
Okay,
well, she got fucking destroyed by that guitar.
She got annihilated, and then not only that, Jarrett, after annihilating her with the guitar, climbs up onto the rope, does his peace sign taunt, then just fucking crazy style reaches down and grabs his dick and balls and shakes it at the crowd. Holy shit.
Dude, let me say this about this. The guitar shot is one of the best wrestling tropes that's ever existed.
It's so
I
good.
cannot fucking believe that Jarrett hasn't passed that down to somebody. This is going to be a lost art. This is like, this is going to be a lost fucking art. Like, who the fuck is going to do this? So we gotta cut away immediately. Go to Dean Malenko and Asia and Ray and Tori walking to the ring.
Fucking needed that anyway. Here's Nash and Hall talking to the Riot Squad.
Testing the batons.
Yeah, Nash is testing their fucking nightsticks. Why do we need to see this?
And he shows him the powder. He says, you see this?
Yeah, you like that? Dude, did you I don't know if you noticed, the powder is Gold Bond.
It is Gold Bond, dude.
Which I was fucking fired up
Gold
for.
Bond's based.
Shouts out to the Gold Bond boys out there.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
if you don't know,
if you
now
don't
you know.
you're never gonna know.
Yeah,
you
no,
need
you
someone
don't
to
get it.
show you.
Yeah.
So we go backstage. Mike
It's gonna be passed down like the guitar.
Dude, yeah, it has to. If you're not talking to CM Punk or Colt Cabana, you never know.
That's true. Dave Prazak.
Dave Prazak's the only one that'll pass it down still. Yeah,
That's
you gotta get
true.
through him. So we go to the backstage segment. Mike Tenay talks to TP and he says,
Yes.
you know you have to face Sid tonight. And he's looking at him as he's in a wheelchair with ice on his leg.
Yeah, he's you got a few minutes, he says, by the way. You're gonna be facing Sid Vicious. And TP says, you gotta be kidding me. You know, why don't you stick to what you know? You know, due to this injury, I've been on the cell phone with my surgeon, and until I get an MRI, I'm not competing tonight. And then he says, I hate to disappoint the fans, but they won't see this match. And Tenay says, well, let me inform you of something.
Well, fuck you first off.
Yeah, you fucking bitch. Fuck you. I just talked to the powers that be, and they said if you don't compete, you're out of the tournament. And Luger looks at Liz and says, what the fuck? You're my manager. What the fuck do I do?
Well, that's a good fucking point, and we'll cut away immediately from that because we got to go
about
to Rey Mysterio Jr. and Tori Wilson versus Dean Malenko and Asia.
Yeah, this is I forgot that this was happening. This feels like 4,000 years ago by this point.
It was so long ago.
I've watched 8 weeks of wrestling so far tonight, and we're
Dude,
not
I've watched
even,
a whole year.
We got goddamn 40 matches left in 80
It's
seconds.
a main event still that they haven't talked about
We
in a
got
while.
6 main events, man.
Dude, I totally forgot about this match. Like, you just brought it up again. I was like, holy shit, that was how we started off this show.
This is the longest, most bullshit show I've ever been through ever. And we've watched a lot. We watched 300 weeks or some shit of shows.
I forgot about the Tori Wilson hat thing, you know. That's enough.
That's enough.
That was like a year.
It was a good show at that point.
That was a million years
it's
ago.
Still a chance.
Yeah.
All right, so
fucking great.
Tori to start this match tries to take her pants off and has to be stopped by Rey Mysterio, and she's very confused by this. And then Malenko jumps Rey from behind and starts stomping out his injured knee.
Okay, so Malenko attacks on your right, and then Asia comes over and handcuffs Tori to the turnbuckle.
She's very easily, by the way, handcuffs her.
And that's the fucking match, man. It's just them versus Rey.
Yeah, she's handcuffed there. She obviously was going to be a big part of the match, and they took her out. Asia stalling suplexes Rey and does the Jericho pin for 2. They do a double back elbow for 2. Rey eventually counters the move, throws Malenko into Asia, who bumps over the top rope, which was a crazy spot. Goes to Bronco Buster. Malenko pulls her out of the way, and they crotch Rey in the ring post.
They're not calling it the face full of stuff anymore.
No, it's just Bronco Buster.
Yeah.
Yeah, just straight up. Yeah,
because
WWE is good, and you should watch it.
You're right.
Tune in. Xbox probably doing the Bronco Buster on the other channel.
Oh, fuck. I mean, he's worked here like 90 times.
Yeah, probably. Goddamn. And Dean puts Rey in the cloverleaf, and that's the fucking match.
And he wins. The Filthy Animals were banned from ringside, so they come in after the bell rings.
Revolution was too. I think,
okay.
right?
Yeah, everyone was banned then.
Yeah.
And they help Rey and uncuff Tori, and Saturn and Franchise are waiting at the top of the ramp to high-five Malenko and Asia.
Filthy Animals have bolt cutters, and they cut her out of the cuffs, of course.
And none of this matters because Sid is walking to the ring with the police security.
Holy shit, but before that, Kimberly's in the shower.
None of that matters either because Kimberly is backstage crying now because she is being chased to death by Ric Flair's son.
I was very confused by this, even more so than usual, because, yeah, she's in the shower room. She's crying because, as James said, she's being chased for over an hour now
8
by
weeks.
David fucking Flair. Yeah, for weeks it feels like, yeah. And then you can hear the sound of running water, and I said, oh, dude, this is fucked. He's going to come out, like, naked or something.
It's the implications that'll get you.
It always gets you. And then David Flair just walks around a corner with a crowbar and says, hey, Kimberly. It's kind of like deja vu, isn't it? But this time, it's going to be more than a spanking. Help! Help me!
Is there anybody that wants to help me, please? Where is my husband?
What the fuck?
Where is Canyon?
Where is anybody? What the fuck is going on? Like, this is horrible, horrible stuff.
Yep. It's just like Jack Nicholson or Freddy Krueger
or
Jason Voorhees.
This is the first time hearing of this.
Maybe it's kind of like Seven from Dark City.
It ruined my fucking career.
Hell yeah.
Nearly.
Dustin sucks.
Anyways, that don't matter.
David sucks.
That don't matter. We're moving to Sid Vicious versus TP.
Okay, that's good.
Move on. Come on. We got
That's good. Got to keep going.
So TP comes out in a wheelchair and has a microphone, and he says that he will go to the hospital and get an MRI, so he can't wrestle tonight, but he will wrestle next week. And of course, he'll wrestle in the tournament match next week because he's not out of the tournament, right, guys?
Of course not. And Sid is on. I don't know what side of this Sid is on. I don't know if he's. I'm assuming he's not on Luger's side, but he's also still a heel.
He probably doesn't know what's going on.
He probably doesn't know. That's right.
So behind him, as he's cutting this promo, the entranceway opens up, and Sting comes from the entranceway. He grabs Elizabeth and pushes her towards the ramp, and I guess her momentum just kept her walking.
She couldn't stop Irish whip style.
Walking the whole way back.
He puts up the finger and says, "Shh, don't say a word." And so she goes.
He covers her mouth.
Yeah, and she said, "Oh, I trust you. All right, you go. I'll go to the back."
Yeah, she goes to the back. Yeah, she's out of there, and then Sting grabs the wheelchair, wheels it down the ramp, dumps Luger on the floor, throws him into the guardrail, then throws Luger into the ring, and then the bell rings. This match is happening.
Yeah, the bell rings. You know, he's got a fucked up MCL, ACL, both MCL and ACL
combined.
And Elizabeth actually comes back down here.
Yes.
Stands in front of Luger.
Oh, Sid is fucking Luger up, by the way. He's he's stopping him out of the corner. He's punching him in the head. He doesn't give a fuck. He wants to win this match.
Yeah, it's the adrenaline. It's the adrenaline.
Sure, yeah.
So Sid turns the tables. Elizabeth stands in front of Luger, and very, very nicely, Sid moves her out of the fucking way, please.
The crowd wanted him to punch her in the head.
They did very badly. And then he starts beating the shit out of Luger.
More.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter.
Tell me, when did the Riot Squad get out there? Did they come out with Sid?
They did come out with Sid, right?
Okay.
Because he had him backstage walking with him. Yeah.
I thought so too, but in my mind, I don't remember them coming out with him.
I don't think I saw him in the entrance, but they might have like just been like late or
because the only time you see them is in my mind. Maybe I just fucking blanked it because this is a long fucking show. The only time you see them is when Goldberg comes out.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
but they definitely say they're for Sid though.
Yes, that's the implication. But that always gets you.
Oh, it always gets you. That's true. So Goldberg runs out. The Riot Squad moves out of the way, and they let Goldberg in the ring.
Because the fix is in.
The fix is fucking in. It is always in. And Goldberg spears Sid Vicious, and he helps Luger up, and he spears him too.
Dude. Yeah, Luger is like begging off. He's trying to get some help, and then Goldberg just fucking picks him up and spears him too. Kills him with it, by the way, which is tremendous.
So, anyways, that doesn't matter. We go to Brian Knobbs versus
Doesn't
Bam
fucking
Big.
matter at all.
Match number 10, by the way. Just to let you know, match number 10.
I can't believe I'm still watching this fucking show.
I have seen Brian Knobbs twice tonight, which is more than I've seen him in the past like 20 weeks, and it's pissing me the fuck
20
off.
years.
That's more than you ever need to see him at all.
Norman Smiley is on commentary for this, by the way.
I don't know if you heard this because the ring announcing is very faint, but this is a Falls Count Anywhere match where the winner will face Norman Smiley at Mayhem.
For the hardcore title.
I believe for the hardcore title.
Is this also a tournament match?
No, just a hardcore match.
Okay.
Just Falls Count Anywhere match, yeah.
Okay. All right.
The match does start with Jimmy Hart grabbing Bam Bam's leg as he gets on the apron and Knobbs not only branding him with a trash can, but then throwing the big surge can on top of him from the fucking ring to the floor.
I thought, by the way, I thought that I was like, wow, that's so smart to have Norman Smiley calling the action you can't see. And I'm like, wait a minute. They could see this. The commentators are still calling the match.
Yeah, they're calling the whole thing. And so much so, James, at one point, Shivani says, hey, Norman, why don't you call the action? But he doesn't have a headset on.
He can't hear him.
He
Yeah,
can't hear
that's
that.
crazy, man.
So, they fight to the back. Norman Smiley follows him with a microphone, which is actually awesome.
Yeah, it is cool.
They're fighting in the back there. Knobbs hits Bam Bam with a chair. Knobbs finds a table and sets it up the long way against a pillar, then throws Bam Bam through it. Then Knobbs turns around to go after Norman, and Norman says, hey, I'm just commentating here. Bam Bam pushes Brian Knobbs into a basketball hoop backboard and then goes to hit him with a trash can. And then Jimmy Hart takes liberties and starts just fucking wailing on Bam Bam in the back with a trash can lid repeatedly until Bam Bam shit cans him into a fucking, what was it, a pile of shit, a trash? I don't know what it was.
Poop.
I don't know what it was. It was just threw him into hell.
Yeah.
But then Kimberly walks up and she needs fucking help because David Flair has been chasing her for 2 hours now on this show.
This is a #1 contenders match for a title at a pay-per-view.
This is a Falls Count Anywhere match as
Is this
well.
#1 contender as well? This is it?
Yes. For the
Oh my
hardcore
God.
title. And fucking Kimberly walks up and talks to Bam Bam and he says, Bam Bam's close with Diamond Dallas. The referee. I can't believe.
Johnny Boone, the referee.
I can't believe we've seen this more than once happen in WCW. The referee 10 counts fucking Bam Bam Bigelow from anywhere. He gets counted out of anywhere in the Falls Count Anywhere
It's a Falls
match.
Count Out Anywhere match, you know?
What?
Backstage brawl, count out on.
If you're not, it's like if you're not within your
Did you
opponent.
off?
When you're not
What's
with the
that?
opponent, you got there's like a radius. You know, if you're not in the radius, it's like the circle.
Oh, you're like out of
the
the
Fortnite
area?
circle. You know, you got
Oh,
eliminated
sure.
from the Fortnite
The Storm?
circle.
They
Yeah, the
came
storm.
up
Tony,
with
big
the
Fortnite
Storm?
guy. That's awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
the
that.
storm. He
with
got
the
out of the
Storm.
storm. He got eliminated.
Wow, they invented the Storm.
Johnny Boone count out a
Dude.
Falls Count Anywhere match with no rules.
10 counted backstage
Does he
countouts
walk
on
into the Fortnite Storm?
to help a woman in need that was being harassed all
Why
night.
did no one else want to help her?
Why? I don't know.
I love the commentary. He's like, "Oh, they're going to help Kimberly." Wait, what?
Okay.
Why does
Yeah.
anyone else go help Kimberly? Why don't you guys go help Kimberly?
Where's Doug Dillinger? And Norman
He's
Smiley.
eating donuts. That's what they said.
Dude,
Where's he
yeah,
at? He's eating donuts.
Fat some bitch.
Golly.
Drinking Surge, Goldberg can style. So yeah, the referee 10 counts fucking Bam Bam Bigelow. Now Norman
What are you
Smiley.
gonna do about it? He'll punch you in the head.
Dude, I guess I'll whoop your fucking ass. I guess you're right. Norman Smiley is now abducting Brian Knobbs in a dumpster, and he wheels him away, and we never see either of them again.
That shit is so fucking funny. One.
Why did Brian Knobbs not get counted out? He also left the area.
Oh, he won the match already.
What the fuck? 1, 2. Hey, what are you doing?
So he's the number one contender, right? For Norman Smiley's?
Yes.
Yes,
good.
of course.
That makes sense. I agree.
Anyways, that doesn't matter. Hall and Nash are walking.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. He's still dressed as the Grand fucking Wizard.
Oh, and we go backstage and Bam Bam is now with Kimberly and he has a bat.
He has a weapon. And he says, come on, Flair. This is crazy. Bam Bam says, come on, Flair. You want to pick on a girl? Pick on me. All right.
Come on, Flair! You want to pick on a girl? Pick on me! Flair, you in here?
All right, that's fucking
You just
awesome.
call yourself a girl? All right.
And then he
cool,
knocks
whatever.
the door open on the second door and Larry Sweeney's hanging out backstage.
Who was that? Was that Queelie? Who was
I know
that?
there was some old lady or something. I don't know what that was.
Oh, shit.
That was fucking crazy. Just blonde-haired dude back there just hanging out.
Dude, yeah, holy shit.
Anyways, also what fucked my mind up crazy is we're about to talk about Scott Hall versus Lash Laroo.
It is the longest match on the show. At 6 minutes, it is the longest match on the show.
He made this
Whopping
kid.
6 minutes.
Dude, yeah, Scott Hall definitely, gotta give it to him. He definitely probably went overtime here just because he wanted to give the kid something, which I appreciate. But the crowd could not be more fucking dead here. They've
seen 9
wrestled
shows
out
tonight.
They were wrestled out, which is crazy to see because they've seen a total of a half hour of wrestling.
Been watching
on
the
this
monitor
show.
quite a lot.
Yeah, how the fuck are they watching the backstage segments? There's no big Tron.
There's 2 little screens.
Oh, I'm sure that's fun to watch from the other side of the building. That's awesome.
There's probably the middle, there's probably the middle scoreboard, right? That's got the, I imagine.
Yeah.
Norman Smiley couldn't see the goddamn show. He was standing right in front of it.
That's true. So Scott Hall versus Lash
Fucking
Laroo is up next. The
Well,
Grand
they're-
Wizard Kevin Nash is here with the police.
Ah, yes. Heenan on commentary is speculating who the special ref in the Texas Tornado ladder match will be.
It's unknown.
And he speculates it could be someone from another organization, because the powers that be.
Holy shit.
Maybe
dude,
the
that'd be crazy.
WWF, the
Crash
good show.
Show.
That's exactly what
you
it
should
is,
watch
yeah.
the World Wrestling Federation, really.
Dude,
You
maybe
should be
somebody that you
watching
guys like from WWF will be here. That'd be awesome.
Maybe Stone Cold or The Undertaker, maybe, brother.
Oh, maybe we'll hit them all with cars.
It shows footage of Lash Laroo winning his match against the Cat, by the way, again.
Where he took advantage of this fucking young blue chipper's knee that he came back early from an injury
That is
from.
bullshit.
And he tapped him out to advance.
Lash Laroo, by the way, is the crazy Cajun.
He's a crazy, and he's super
The Raging
babyface.
Cajun. He's raging.
Oh, I'm
Cajun,
sorry.
bro.
He's crazy and
Get it
raging.
right. Come on.
Yeah.
get it right.
I'm
That's
sorry.
right,
You know,
please.
that is fucked up with me. They were making
He's
this.
from the goddamn He
took over the blue chipper name. Like, that's how it works in
Yes.
WCW. You're a blue chipper, then you lose, the next guy's the blue chipper. And it
That's
just keeps
right.
going.
It's a pass down upon. That's something they did not let go of.
So Lash Laroo hits a combo with a drop kick, and
He's
Scott Hall
babyface fire.
rolls out. And I love this little scene here.
This is awesome.
He rolls out to the outside. The Grand Wizard Kevin Nash looks at him. He pulls out the powder. He goes, huh? And then he pulls out the glory. And he
Contemplates
goes, huh?
using different objects. That's awesome.
He doesn't grab either of them, and then gets in the ring and unloads all of his best shit on him.
Dude, he does everything.
Yeah, he hits the choke slam, does the Frankenstein impression.
Was that to mock the Giant?
I mean, he always did the choke slam to the knees.
No, sorry, I'm saying, but
The Frankenstein was definitely Giant, I think, yeah.
Because that he does Frankenstein taunt. He points to the back and looks at Nash, and then he shrugs his shoulders because I'm pretty sure Big Show is already in WWF by this point, right?
That's probably right, yeah.
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
He's in WWF. You should go watch it.
That's all they told us tonight. So
Yeah,
they
man.
show us a random overhead shot in the middle of this match when Hall has a hold in.
The only time they show it the whole night, and it's awesome.
It is a cool shot. I like it
They
a lot.
never showed it again. Why?
I don't know. They just forgot.
That's weird. Oh, okay.
They had a lot of backstage. There's no time to put it on.
We don't have enough cameras
The
for
rest
this.
of the matches were 60 seconds long. So, like, what are they going to...
Yeah, you're right.
They only had 3 total backstage cameras and said, fuck, one of you guys run up to the rafters real quick.
He's like, I got you, no problem. So, Nash punches Laroo, and his little
His
gimmick
head falls off.
Little gimmick
Yeah.
falls off, and he puts it on very nicely and then walks backwards. Lash Laroo hits a comeback, which is a double axe off the second, a line, and a missile drop kick.
Dude, the crowd is fucking dead.
Yeah, I mean, like, Hall hits all his cool shit, and then Lash Laroo hits a double axe handle. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, fucking hell.
So Lash Laroo hits the punch combo he does and does the splits, and then Hall reverses into a discus punch.
get fucked.
And then Laroo jumps into a fallaway slam.
Yeah, I guess he tries to go for a crossbody, I guess.
Yeah. And then Hall hits the coolest outsider's edge I've seen in a minute and pins him for the win.
Loads him up crazy, dumps him. Who did we just see that just did that? Oh, fucking Mordecai.
Yeah, Mordecai. Mordecai tossed his ass.
Mordecai got in trouble is what happened to him.
That's exactly what happened. And I'm sure he left with a black eye that night after Bob Ali saw him backstage.
In a bag of shit.
In his ass.
Well, just absolutely, he had to eat it.
So Kevin Nash then walks in with the belt, the U.S. title, which is on the line later tonight in a ladder match.
Yes, that's right. Nash gets on the apron with the belt like before Hall is even pinning him. He's like already halfway in the ring as the three
the outsider's edge. Hell yeah, bro. That's over.
That's done for sure.
If Lash Laroo kicked out the outsider's edge, it would have been the greatest night of his career.
Hall should have just called that for fun.
Yeah, just kick out. Who cares?
Who gives a shit? Whatever. They're watching Raw.
I'm the U.S. heavyweight champion. Kick out of this. Who cares? So yeah, dude. Kevin Nash walks in the ring with the belt. All the police are in there, and then they get out of the ring. But one of the police guys stays in the ring.
Oh, that's very weird. I feel like I just saw this on Raw, and Shawn Michaels did this.
It's really weird. The crowd is chanting Goldberg for some reason.
Oh, that's fucking strange. And one guy is in there. I love what happens here.
I actually like it too. It's funny. So Nash puts the powder in his hand.
Gold Bond.
He puts the gold bond in his hand, and he touches the police guy on his shoulder and turns him around, and he notices that he has the thing still on his face, the guard.
The helmet, visor.
The visor on the helmet, and he goes to pull the visor up, but it doesn't happen. And then the police guard pushes this hand up and the powder goes in Nash's face.
Everywhere.
And of course he takes his helmet off and it's fucking Goldberg.
Holy shit.
And he spears the shit out of Scott Hall.
Dude, he spears Hall, spears Nash, crowd's losing it. Anyway, 2 weeks ago, Hennig interview with Mike Tenay.
Dude, don't forget the Castro GTX replay.
Oh yeah, sorry, of this segment, right?
Anyways, moving on. So,
dude, they don't is there anything they let breathe on the show at all?
No.
That was Russo's philosophy, right? Is you can't let anything breathe. Like you have to keep them on.
Don't want to flip channels.
Yeah, if you give them a chance to breathe, they'll switch.
Well, you guys told them that Raw was on all night.
Yeah, you're right. Mr. Perfect is in an angle where if he gets pinned, he gets fired.
Which is a good angle, by the way.
You would think that maybe, well, they kind of did this with Terry Funk.
They do it with Flair?
And Terry Funk is actually awesome with the hardcore if he loses.
Terry Funk's is great. Which happens later?
Yeah, it does happen
before.
Later. No, it happens later.
Oh, it's a 2000 angle, right?
Yeah, because Eric Bischoff is part of it.
And this one is specifically, Hennig can't be pinned.
That's right.
Else he lose. So remember I know you said, I'm just making sure people know the emphasis of pin specifically.
I just want everybody to know that this turns out to be the dumbest thing ever. It actually gets no one over. Yeah, it actually fucking makes him look like a geek and a loser.
It's stupid.
So Mr. Perfect is in a get pinned and get fired angle. Lash Laroo was going to beat him, but
okay. Can you explain this? Because is this match not a world title tournament match?
What, Hennig and Jeff Jarrett? It is. They say it.
So how is Laroo in the tournament still?
That was not a tournament match, Laroo and Mr. Perfect.
Oh, it wasn't?
I don't think so.
Okay, I thought that's
right?
how Hennig advanced.
Oh, well, we have the
oh yeah, let me look at the bracket here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Hennig beat Disco Inferno by count.
So this must have well, they showed Inferno, so this is before that. So this is probably
why the fuck was Hennig facing Lash Laroo then?
And why was he about to lose?
Yeah, what he was about to lose to Lash Laroo's Death Valley Driver.
Lash Laroo was gonna hit him with the Death Valley Driver. Of course, that's Saturn's finish, who's also on this show. But anyways,
no, that's Lash Laroo's finish actually.
And
that's the Raging Crazy Cajun.
The Raging Cajun drop. You know.
Okay, so Hennig is up for the Death Valley. I rakes the ref and gets DQ'd. Loses the match, but he didn't lose by pinfall, so his career stays.
I was like, okay, all right,
and. He advanced in the tournament because Tony Marinara distracted Disco Inferno and got him counted out, so Hennig won to advance.
Yeah, Disco got counted out, so he didn't get pinned and he won his match. And his dad, Larry the Axe, was in the crowd, and he was super happy that his son won by a
super
dipshit
old
count out.
Yeah, what an idiot. Notoriously also sucks.
Like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah! That's my boy! He sucks!
We're Dipshits! Yeah!
He couldn't fucking beat Disco! Woo!
He beat Disco Inferno and Tony Van my God. Wow, man. This
Old
stinks
bitch.
like shit and asshole.
Well, it only gets better here, James.
So, Kurt Hennig versus Jeff Jarrett, WCW World Heavyweight Title Tournament.
Yes.
Perfect attacks Jarrett on the outside to start this one.
The bell rings, by the way. That's what he means by start this one. They're fighting outside and they ring the bell to start the match.
Just
because
get the
we don't
match
have
over
time.
with.
We don't have time. We gotta go.
Y'all got 3. Hurry up. So
Yeah, come on.
they go inside. Jarrett starts trying to roll him up. I said, oh my God, this is a story to be told. He's trying to roll him up because he's fucking doesn't want to be pinned.
Yes.
And then Mr. Perfect goes to commentary and tells Heenan that they're all in on it. Even the referees are in on it. They're trying to get me out of
Conspiracy
here.
now. Yes.
So Jarrett starts kicking his leg out of his leg, and Perfect is doing his signature flip bumps off this shit.
Which is tremendous.
Creative Control is now standing at the top of the
Oh,
ramp.
great. I can't wait.
Because they want Hennig gone.
Yeah, they do. It's a conspiracy. They bump the ref. Hennig hits this is so fucking stupid. Hennig hits the perfect plex. Both of these guys are like 50-year vets at this point.
The ref is out.
The ref is out, hits the perfect plex. Ref is down, not counting. Creative Control then comes down, grabs Mr. Perfect, and fucking obliterates him all the way to Super Hell. They put him through the announce table as hard as possible 2 times.
This was out of control that I was almost convinced they actually wanted to injure him for real. Like, they double mother effing bomb him face first into the announce table. It doesn't break. So one of them picks him up and body slams him as hard as humanly possible to break the table. This is fucking crazy.
This is not one of the WWF fucking cotton candy tables.
This is a piece of fucking wood. I don't know what this is.
Crafted fucking master.
It's not meant to break.
Master tool table, yeah. And he tried to put him through once. They go, oh shit, that didn't work. Get your ass
get him
back up. They get him back up. Fucking body slam cracks that fucking wood in half. Crazy, man.
I think the back of his head hits the floor too.
So he ends up losing by count out. He actually holds onto the ground because he doesn't want to be put back in the ring.
To be pinned.
Yeah.
Because he knew he won't get fired if he doesn't get pinned. So he was grabbing the floor mats as they tried to force him into the ring, and he lost by count out. So he keeps his job.
So Jarrett wins and moves on. This makes him look like a dipshit. He might have been booked the worst out of any of these like legacy guys.
How do you cheer for this?
Like in WCW, I feel like he was always a dipshit.
Yeah, he was. Well, the fucking, rabbit crap. Come on now.
Dude, they hated this guy, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
And I can't believe that none of the boys backstage said, what the fuck is going on?
That's Kurt fucking Hennig. What are you doing, guys? Come on now.
Like,
By the way, they still throw Hennig into the ring and beat his ass and hit him with a stroke. So
I'm surprised Larry the Axe wasn't ringside. Yeah!
Hey, yeah! Fuck my boy up!
Kick his ass! Yeah!
Yeah, he's a dipshit, isn't he? Woo!
That'd be funny as fuck. Every time Mr. Perfect gets pinned, you just cut ringside Larry the Axe. Woo!
Yeah, woo-hoo! He sucks!
Kick his fucking ass! Tony Schiavone and Heenan are now ringside watching on a little monitor in chairs with no table.
Please don't ignore the fact that Kimberly was walking backstage.
Oh my God, she's walking and talking.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's walking. Apparently, she's not too scared anymore. She's walking.
No, she's just quietly walking backstage and everything's fine now.
I do like that they aren't able to rebuild the table. So Tony Schiavone and Heenan are like pissed. They're like, fucking great. Like, look at this.
I feel like I'm at home watching it on the TV.
So we get the Kimberly Town Hall.
Yes, because she has a plan, of course, here. Heenan says, I think she's going to announce her retirement. And Schiavone says, or she's going to break down and cry again. Heenan says, there's no crying in wrestling. Have you fucking guys not been watching this show?
I'm pretty sure all Kanye says, well, there's been a lot tonight.
God damn, man.
She's just come out and go, help.
Dude, for real. Fucking hell.
Me.
So Kimberly says she's finished running from David Flair, and this is over right now. And then David Flair comes wobbling out with a crowbar, just fucking walking crazy. And this is where they make sure you really can grasp this.
Do you understand this? Have you seen this?
Oh my God, that looks like Jack Nicholson.
From The Shining or Freddy Krueger.
That's like Jack Nicholson. Look at his eyes. The bags under his eyes, the darkness under his eyes is like...
He hasn't been sleeping for days. Look at the dark circles under his eyes.
Oh my God!
It's like Jack Nicholson.
Is that Jack Nicholson? Oh my God!
Well, he just got hit by a car. He just got hit by a car, so of course he's a little tired.
Dude.
You know?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, so it was all a ruse. It was a swerve, if you will. And Bam Bam Bigelow comes out Royal Rumble style and hits David Flair from behind.
That is a great way to put it.
Sprinting.
Full sprint. I actually thought he was going to trip and fall.
So yeah, Flair, he ends up picking Flair back up, and Flair mule kicks him and then hits him with the crowbar. They have David Flair beating up Bam Bam Bigelow.
They also hated Bam Bam Bigelow.
They
I'm also
did.
convinced
They
of
hated
this.
Bam Bam so much.
Bam Bam also
I don't know
hated
why.
WCW. Except for the pay.
That's fair true. He's definitely given up at this point.
Yeah,
So.
oh yeah. Kimberly then flees into the crowd and almost didn't because one of the fans grabbed her hand and wasn't letting go for a minute.
Dude, yeah, she said, help me. And then they just wouldn't let her go as she gets over the rail. And then, yeah, David chases her over the guardrail. This is not done yet. By the way, the Aim High Air Force replay, Bam Bam attacked David Flair, and David Flair fucked up him with the crowbar.
Having Kimberly run through the crowd with no security was like ballsy work here. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Especially in '99, you know, like
Holy shit,
we saw right away that like someone tried to grab her, you know.
Especially like some fucking crazy guys. Oh shit, I'm gonna help David Flair.
Oh yeah, you're right. Like
because he was a face last week helping Chris Benoit.
Yeah, you're right. She hit him with the car.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, we are now in the parking lot, and Kimberly is trying to open her rental car door with her keys, and it's just not working.
Dude, they shot this campy horror movie style crazy. It's like a low shot of David Flair very slowly limping in her direction, and also showing Kimberly struggling to open her car door. She drops her keys. It shows David Flair. She finally gets into her car, closes the door, and then lays down in the car.
Yeah, because she's trying to hide, and then David Flair,
he's there.
Well,
we see him.
Well, she's already following all the tropes where she drops the keys and stumbles and falls and drops the pipe. Yeah, she's stupid.
Yeah,
that's the idea.
Sure.
So she's fumbling the keys. She gets down in the car. Flair then jumps on top of the car and starts hitting all the windows with the crowbar.
Dude, smashes the window, smashes the windshield with the crowbar. I laughed out loud at this part because I did not expect this at all, and I still don't really understand why this happened. So David Flair's smashing these windows, and I was like, okay, somebody's going to save her. Who saves her? Fucking the Harris brothers, big bald thumb bastards in suits, come out of the fucking door and say, hey, what are you doing? What the fuck?
They spent all episode not helping her and then help her at the end.
Not at all!
Yeah.
And they're the heels! Hey, what are you doing? And then David Flair runs off the car. He can run now, by the way. His fucking leg is
good.
fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
He runs off the top of the car, jumps off of it, runs away.
Oh, dude, don't even get me
sprint.
started on him selling the Bam Bam punches from behind or whatever earlier. I totally forgot to mention that. Golly. Yeah, and then he just runs off fuck it. He's not Bret, you know what I mean? Bret comes out later. He said, my fucking leg is still killing me.
Dude, I'm going to hell quick if you don't help me.
Yeah, so Creative Control then helps Kimberly out of the car, and they say that the powers that be are ready to see her now.
Great. This doesn't pay off this week.
It kind of does. They mention it.
Do they? Oh, fuck. You're right. They do. Which makes even less sense, though.
It does. It doesn't make any sense. So here's what I'll say about this, because this is the last time we'll talk about Kimberly and them until, this part. But I like the horror movie trope shit. I think it's very, I think that because I'm a huge horror movie guy, right?
Totally with you.
I think that shit's awesome. I think the way they did this was so damn stupid. It was just fucking just the worst. And not only that, it was all episode long for 3 hours, 40 times. Like, if Kimberly, I don't know, tried to get in her rental car and she couldn't, she dropped the keys, and then, it's just a horror movie homage, and then David Flair just fucking da-da-da. This was it. No creative control, no nothing. And then David Flair just runs away when he hears something.
Yeah.
And then maybe we don't even see who helps her, and then we can see next week or something like that.
Sure.
Okay, then you would have had me. But this shit was so dumb for the whole episode. It was so dumb. It was so
whole episode long, dude. And like you said, the tropes are cool. But they made it was a comedy angle.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I'm not supposed to take David Flair serious, and I'm also not supposed to take the trauma that he's putting her through serious, and I had to watch it for 3 hours.
And the commentators don't take it serious either.
No one fucking cares. And it's like, this is the biggest part of the show. It was featured more than anything else on the show.
So now it's time for the main event, the Texas Tornado United States Heavyweight Title Ladder Match. We got our U.S. title Texas Tornado ladder match here.
Jesus Christ almighty.
It's Scott Hall versus Sid Vicious versus Bret Hart versus Bill Goldberg.
The U.S. champion is Goldberg.
Well, it could be Scott Hall or Bret Hart. Who knows?
It could be anybody, I guess, because who fucking cares? Goldberg attacked Nash and Hall and didn't get his belt back. I guess because they had to hang it up above the ring.
Scott Hall versus Sid Vicious versus Bret Hart versus Bill Goldberg should be pay-per-view.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be a dog shit Nitro main event.
It's a ladder match, which is crazy. So Scott Hall is coming out for his entrance. They cut his entrance midway, and he's like, what the fuck? All right, whatever, I guess.
Sure.
Sid and Scott Hall start the match.
No ref, no bell, missing 2 people.
I don't know how this works, nor do I care. I'm just happy that I see on my scrobbler here that we're about done with the show. So
yeah, we're close. We're close.
Bret Hart,
dude. I watched that fucking what was the match before this? Jarrett and Hennig, and I was like, dude, there's only 10 minutes left. This is awesome.
I'm on the countdown, baby. Let's go.
I was like so fired up.
So Bret Hart hobbles down here with his fucked up leg that he's being booked in a Texas Tornado ladder match.
He's the only one that cares.
He hobbles down here and helps Hall attack Sid before turning his attention to Hall and fighting him. Goldberg is now here. There is still no referee. Who is the special guest referee?
No ladder either.
Well, it goes to the entranceway, and Kevin Nash in referee shirt with the police and a ladder is here now. All the missing pieces of the match are now here.
Thank you.
Why?
Thank you.
Why?
This is the single most unhinged, we're calling shit on the fly episode of WCW we've ever watched.
What a complete.
This is 1999.
Dude, yes, this is complete. This is 1999 to its core. And this is full on Russo bait and switch for 3 hours.
It's not even 2000 yet. We're in fucking 1999. This is somehow, we've watched a lot of WCW. We've watched a lot. And like, I feel like, and I might be wrong and I might be looking back on this wrong, but this feels like the fucking most fucked up episode of WCW we've ever watched.
It is a complete clusterfuck.
Everyone comes out of this worse somehow.
Yeah.
Nobody comes out on top. I don't know how this is possible. They still have, I don't know, 20 of the biggest stars in the wrestling business there right now. And it doesn't feel like it at all. So Rick Steiner's now here and he hits a bulldog on Sid Vicious.
Off the top,
the Steiner bulldog. Rick Steiner is now attacking Goldberg.
Of course.
As this is happening, it gives us a hard cam shot. Kevin Nash is the tallest guy in the ring and he's the ref. And it's very funny seeing him just standing in the middle of the ring as the ref, tallest man in the ring with ref shirt on.
As tall as the ladder.
He is literally as tall as the ladder.
Yeah.
So anyways, Bret Hart climbs the ladder, grabs the belt, but Nash hits him with the police baton in his shitty leg, and he falls and drops the belt. Well,
into Nash's arms.
Well, Nash is the ref.
Of course.
So Nash now has the belt, and Scott Hall's getting up, and Kevin Nash is so tall, as tall as the ladder, that he holds the belt at the top of the ladder. And Scott Hall grabs it really fucking crazily, like real slow climb and everything.
Like he's fighting to climb. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And he grabs it out of Kevin Nash's hand and he falls back like he fell off the ladder crazy.
Jeff Hardy falls.
Yeah. And he gets announced as the winner and the U.S. heavyweight champion.
This show, we've watched a lot of shows, boys. I don't know if I've ever said this before. This show is the biggest waste of time I've ever fucking seen in my whole life.
We've watched so much, 200
This
something.
is like annoying how fucked up this show is.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't even know what you could like from this show. I guess.
Why the fuck would you buy this pay-per-view?
I can't imagine many people did. Yeah, but anyways, I mean, long story short here, WCW 99 was a good pay-per-view year for them. They were just getting beat by Raw, and I think it was a pride thing. I think they're like, we can't get beat by Raw because I mean, business was not down by any means. They just weren't beating Raw anymore.
Sure.
And they made a drastic decision to bring in Russo back again. And well,
do you believe in the conspiracy theory that Vince Russo was sent over to destroy WCW?
Absolutely.
By the WWF.
Absolutely. He was a mole the whole time, sent over there.
There's something to this.
And the Outsiders were sent too, by the way, for the WWF.
Oh, maybe.
And they took like part of that money and gave it to the WWF, their contracts. And then
yes.
Russo came in and that was the final piece of the puzzle to take down.
I see.
I'm going to say no.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
he was sent to Now This Is Wrestling to kill it.
Oh my! Holy!
Tony,
Don't say that,
Tony. And he took it out, and now we're bringing him into DPW.
No!
Now this is wrestling. Send him to DPW.
We're having 13 matches and 20 intertwining storylines through the whole time. And
but yeah, the show ends with Scott Hall crotch chopping in the aisleway and posing with the belt. That's how it ends. But there you go. That was it for WCW Nitro, November 8th, 1999. What a horrible, horrible show.
Shitty show.
This is dog shit. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/deadlockpw. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
Y'all remember 7?
We watched it for 7, and that shit sucks. Gold does fucking suck. I hate this.